Good morning, good morning, good morning. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, but you saw the time also. And you say, hey, Jason, why are you getting started so early? I appreciate it. Thank y'all for asking. And thank you for tapping in today. I found an excellent video that will help us better understand, hopefully, Judge Whitaker. So I wanted to jump on a little early so we can kind of get into it because it's about 20 minutes. And then that way, by the time it's over with, court will be getting real close to getting started, and then we can jump right in to court. So thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Jason. This is Dear Woke Christian, the podcast. And we're going to be looking at today. This is I can't believe I'm saying this. There's actually an attorney that specializes in hip hop artists, and his name is Bruce Rivers. He has a fantastic channel. I grabbed this video. I want to give it, of course, want to give him some shout outs for this because it was really great. And he's talking about the YSL trial. And he's done two videos. He was talking about Glanville earlier, and then he's talking about Judge Whitaker. So this is a little bit late. It's about a month old. However, the information is fantastic. So I thought it would be beneficial to kind of look at it because, again, it's just how somebody else sees this trial and maybe adds a little bit of shades, if you will, to how we've been observing it. So I thought that was super dope. So let's go ahead and get in. Let's make this happen. Let's go.
So I think you're going to see a much more efficient trial being run by this judge. I think what you're going to see here is a little tighter ship. You know, she wants to get this trial done. 6 months. 6 months. There's just no rhyme or reason that this case should have taken this long. And we're getting some of our information from Thugger Daily, and so shout out to Thugger Daily because he's following this like tooth and nail and doing an excellent job. And she's on the stand, right? So we're taking a break and we're in chambers. She's going to say this, this, and this, and I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And I said, that's fine. I've got other witnesses that are going to piss all over her anyway. And you know, and I just said that. I just blurted it out. And the judge looked at me and said, excuse me? And I'm like, shit, what did I just say? This was a long time ago. I was much younger and I was much less mature than I am now. There's a new sheriff in town, and her name is Judge Whitaker. Court will begin at 8:45, no matter what, regardless of whether the defendants have any of their lawyers present. No more eating in court unless the day goes on longer than expected and they have to work through lunch or dinner. No more extensive wardrobes for the defendants. Sorry, Thug. Asking to minimize disruptions in the court. Defendants cannot be using headphones during the trial, and no gaps between witnesses. State needs to have their next witness available immediately. So what you're going to get from this judge is a more tightly run ship. Slow down, Bruce. Slow down. A lot of things going on in this case that are just don't happen in normal cases. You don't have three judges. They're on their third judge now.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
I don't know.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your personal board-certified criminal defense lawyer, here with our content genius, Michael Rivers, who's behind the plan, behind the stand, behind everything, including every idea I ever came up with, because he is the content genius. Today we're reacting to the news that there's a new judge, a new sheriff in town on the YSL trial, and she's not taking shit off of nobody. And so Brian's... Okay, let's just back up a little bit. So Judge Glanville, who has been handling this case for way too fucking long... hang on. Let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, eForms.com. eForms.com is a very effective way to protect yourself legally. If you need a form, you need a form for, selling your grandma's wheelchair because, she just doesn't need it. You get a bill of sale. Or you get a power of attorney because your grandma's a millionaire and you want to take control of her assets. She's living in your basement and she's eating Cheetos and has her girlfriends over and you just need to control her affairs. So you can go to, or you need a power of attorney for her medical. Or if you need a rental agreement because grandma's got money and you think, oh, she's not a freeloader, she's going to pay some rent. Well, anything you need to do to protect yourself, legally speaking, go to eForms.com. It's an effective way to avoid...
This guy's hilarious.
A high-priced lawyer, whether it's me or somebody else. So, and it protects you once you get to court, because if it's in writing, you can't argue with the document, and the other party has to sign it. So go to eforms.com, good way to protect yourself. Okay, slow down, Bruce. Slow down.
Slow down, Bruce.
A lot of things going on in this case that are just don't happen in normal cases. You don't have 3 judges. They're on their 3rd judge now. So Judge Glanville had a motion to recuse himself from the case back in June. That was denied. The Court of Appeals have come back and granted that motion. I don't know if it's Court of Appeals or another judge, but that motion has now been granted. The order on that recusal motion is not saying that Judge Glanville couldn't be fair or whatever. It was basically saying there's might be an appearance of impropriety at this point, and that's why it wasn't basically on the substance. It was basically on the appearance of some impropriety. And Steele and Glanville, if you remember those video clips of the 2 of them kind of going at it, I mean, it was just harsh. And he tried to put him in jail. And he was vindictive when he said, "Where did you get that information from?"
Names must be named.
What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said...
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not going to answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to get
No.
anybody else...
I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information...
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
And so then Judge Ingram was assigned to the case, and then she recused herself, probably because she doesn't want to be a part of this shit show. But I think there was some initial motions that she ruled on early on regarding Steele. I think there was a motion to get Steele off the case because he had represented so many people, and the government said he's a critical witness, which they haven't called him, and he's not a critical witness in this case. So now we have Judge Whitaker. Judge Whitaker. And Judge Reese Whitaker is a judge who Brian Steele and other defense lawyers threw a fundraiser for her re-election campaign. We do that all the time. I mean, we're in politics, you know. I did that for a judge. I hosted a fundraiser, and she walked out with thousands of dollars, and thank you very much. But it doesn't mean that she rules my favor anytime I go in front of her. She's just a good friend. But it seems insidious. All right. So let's just take a look at the new rules. The new rules. There's a new sheriff in town, and her name is Judge Whitaker. Court will begin at 8:45, no matter what time.
Okay, so we need to start. We need to revisit these because I think it's fair to say that just about every one of these has been violated since she's coming into running the show. I mean, she started out strong, but I think every last one of these, every last one of them have been violated. Let's let it finish. But yeah, this is wild.
If all the defense, regardless of whether the defendants have any of their lawyers present. No more eating in court unless the day goes on longer than expected and they have to work through lunch or dinner. No more extensive wardrobes for the defendants. Sorry, thug. Asking to minimize disruptions in the court. Defendants cannot be using headphones during the trial. And no gaps between witnesses. State needs to have their next witness available immediately. So what you're going to get from this judge is a more tightly run ship. Okay? And there's just no way that this should be taking as long as it is. If this was federal court, this would have been over a long time ago. They took, 8 months to do jury selection? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. There's just it should have maybe taken a week to 3 weeks at best. And if it was in federal court, it would have been done in less than a week. For sure. For fucking sure.
Wow. So
let's just take a look at so Steele files a motion. He filed a motion to exclude all of Copeland's testimony because the rule is if a judge has been recused from a case, any proceedings in front of that judge after the motion has been filed are stricken from the record. So now we got to start all over with Copeland. Does that mean the state can call him again? You know, I mean, so he wants their notes taken away from them. He wants his testimony stricken from the record, and I don't know if he's going to get that or not. So let's take a look and see what the tenor is going to be in court with Judge Whitaker.
So I hesitate to even say the next thing I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. The little bit I have seen about this case, it definitely has appeared that there have been times that tempers have flared a whole lot.
Tempers have flared, but not just from the defense, from the judge, Judge Glanville, and the prosecutor. You know, and it's not uncommon. In every case that I handle, I try to be professional. But once in a while, somebody gets under your skin or whatever, and tempers fly. I remember one time, and I can't even believe I said this, we were in chambers, and all of a sudden the prosecutor comes out with this statement from the witness that never happened. You know, it's like all of a sudden she just thought, and she's on the stand, right? So we're taking a break, and we're in chambers. She's going to say this, this, and this. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And I said, that's fine. I've got other witnesses that are going to piss all over her anyway. And you know, and I just said that. I just blurted it out. And the judge looked at me and said, excuse me? And I'm like, shit, what did I just say? This was a long time ago. I was much younger, and I was much less mature than I am now. But you know, you get in the heat of the battle, and you see how animated that Steele has gotten. You see how animated the judge has gotten. They've all gotten unprofessional.
And that people have been maybe less than professional. And I hope that this kind of breather has given everybody a breather. And everybody has been absolutely wonderful here today. But I would like for us to maintain a degree of decorum and dignity and professionalism. That is what is really expected of all of us as members of the bar. I don't want to have to say anything beyond that, okay? But if it gets to a point where I think that is not being carried out appropriately, we're going to all have to talk, okay?
That's excellent. What a great tone to set. You know, as you say.
She set a tone, Bruce. She did. You're right. The problem is that tone died down pretty quick. She started out with the smoke, but it was no fire.
You start out as the new judge in this case. And we're getting some of our information from Thugger Daily. And shout out to Thugger Daily, because he's following this like tooth and nail and doing an excellent job. But let's hear, you know, from the status conference, the motion with Brian Steele.
So I just want you to know that there was a witness testifying. That's why I thought it's important, which will potentially, if you determine it, require the jury to have their notes, if you require it, taken away and then wiping out what they heard. I just want you to be aware of that.
Okay, I'm not sure if I follow what you're saying now.
So there was a witness testifying. His name's Mr. Copeland.
Yeah.
After Judge Glanville denied that motion, the jury heard from a witness on the afternoon of of June 12th, June 13th, June 14th, and then June 17th. So I just want you to be aware.
All right, I understand what you're saying now. All right, thank you.
So what he's basically saying is that he filed a motion to recuse Judge Glanville. Mm-hmm. He denied that motion. They took testimony after that motion was filed from Copeland, Lil Woody, and then they
shouldn't have done that.
The motion was later granted.
Yep.
And it wasn't granted on substance, I don't think. It was really more granted on an appearance of impropriety rather than actual, you know, bias. But so the theory from the defense is that anything that happened after Judge Glanville's the motion to recuse Judge Glanville happened, that you got to get rid of all of it. And there's case law that says that. So if you listen to the tone of Judge Whitaker, you know, she's new to the case, says she hasn't been following the case. The jury's on a break now for 2 weeks until August 5th. And let's just get a little more flavor of what her attitude is.
All right. I am not going to go back. I mean, this case has been going on for how long? 6 months, at least the trial part of it. And obviously I'm parachuting in and I'm just going to have to pick up from here and move forward. I cannot go back and reconsider every evidentiary ruling that's already been made. And I don't think that's what you're asking. I think you're saying because this witness is still on the stand. But I don't know, Mr. Botts, if you were about to say, let's reconsider everything, but we're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, there's no way. The rulings have been made, and there's no way you go back and you're not going to redo this whole trial. That's not appropriate.
We do start back with the jury. I'm thinking 8:45 to 6. And when I say 8:45, I mean 8:45. I intend to take the bench at 8:45. I expect I know that the parties, the defendants will be here because the sheriff's office will have them here. I want all the attorneys to be here as well.
I think what you're going to see here is a little tighter ship. You know, she wants to get this trial done. 6 months. 6 months. There's just no rhyme or reason that this case should have taken this long.
But the defendants listening through earpods to things on laptops while court is going on. And I'm not sure I understand why that's happening. And that raises some security issues with our security staff, with the sheriff's office. So can somebody kind of explain to me what that's about and why that's necessary?
They still doing it now, though. They still doing
And
it
if
now.
nobody wants to, then we'll just do away with it.
See, and she's to the point. She's direct.
I think it was originally combat order.
All right. Well, we won't be bored from here on out. So then if that's the only reason for it, I want to be moving forward efficiently and expeditiously. So let's just plan to not have that happen anymore. And whether they're going to present a case or not. A realistic list of witnesses, maybe like what counts they go to and what you expect those witnesses to say generally, broadly, because this case has been going on for a really long time.
She's mindful of the fact that it's ridiculously managed and it should be over by now.
And there is a rule that lets me exclude cumulative evidence, and I might end up using that. So how about y'all give me a heads up on all of that, okay?
So if the prosecutor brings in a witness and somebody else already testified about those facts, maybe one, to reemphasize a point, but not over and over and over and over again. So they're going to be back on Tuesday at 8:45 sharp, without headphones, without a fancy wardrobe, and you're either there at 8:45 and we start, or you're not at 8:45 and we start. So this judge is basically laying down the law and trying to be as kind, and you can hear her tone. Her tone is very congenial, right? But what she's saying is not congenial. What she's saying is, we're going to run a tighter ship, we're going to get this trial done, and we're going to get it done in a lot short order than we had before. And she's not going to put up with the state, oh, I'm running out of witnesses today. No. That ain't going to happen. Boom, boom, boom,
Okay.
boom, boom. So I think you're going to see a much more efficient trial being run by this judge. And quite honestly, that's what the jury needs. I mean, there's no way this case should have gone on this long. 10 months for jury selection? That's insane. That is absolutely insane. If it really would take that long, then you should break it up. Here's one of the other problems that you have. It's 6 months now, right, of testimony. Jurors forget shit. And the message that's being imparted, what are you going to have, like a 3-day closing argument?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to fucking listen to that shit? Nobody.
Sorry about that.
And your message is going to get lost. You need to be boom, boom, boom. You make your point, get out. And I think this prosecutor is doing the courtroom a disservice. And Judge Glanville has allowed it to go on for so long. and I'm glad he's off this case. He proved himself to be very ineffective, and we're going to see a much more streamlined trial presentation from here on out. You watch, and you're not going to see her, meaning Judge Whitaker, take a whole lot of shit from Brian Steele or from Miss Love. You're not gonna see it. But we got
Okay, I might have to clip this. I just met Bruce. I'm just met Bruce. So Bruce and me are not, we're not friends yet. I might have to clip this and send it to him because boy, oh boy, is he gonna have to eat those words. Get him a big old bowl, a giant spoon, and some Wheaties. You're gonna have to eat those words, my guy. She is totally taking all of the mess from Love. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. This is almost done.
a whole bunch of motions flying this way and flying that way. And guess what? She's gonna rule from the bench, and she's gonna rule like that. She's gonna rule fairly quickly. The judge is going to hear all kinds of motions. You got a motion to exclude Copeland's testimony. You got motions by the prosecutors. I don't know what the hell their motions are, but they're filing motions back and forth. And then you got a motion to recuse Love because she's a critical witness in this case, which, if you recall early on, they did the same thing to Steele. And that's not going to go anywhere. And that's based upon Miss Love texting a witness, and it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to get disqualified. I would caution Steele against filing motions that are frivolous because I don't think this judge is going to take too kindly to it. And she's going to be boom. I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see her being a little more curt than right now. She's kind of in the honeymoon phase and just trying to lay down the ground rules in a very nice and and polite fashion. I don't think you're going to see that moving forward. I don't think she's going to be rude, but I think she's going to be decisive, and I think she's going to be curt with people who are wasting the court's time. And that's what's been going on. The court's wasted the court's time up till now. We're going to keep we'll keep on this. Shout out to Thugger Daily because
Always
you can
Thugger
get a
Daily.
lot of good
Always Thugger
information.
Daily.
That's where we get some of our information. I just put a legal spin on stuff that he's presented, and you just watch. This is going to be a much more streamlined trial. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer. You know who you are. And we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter.
I thought this was a good one to kind of
Patreon.
remember when we all thought that Judge Whitaker was going to be the bee's knees. We said, oh, my goodness. Oh, this wit. Oh, that last name. Oh, we were all hoodwinked. We were all bamboozled. We were all run amok. Everything was so great. Everything was wonderful. And now, just like Zipper Jones says here, she taking all the mess and looking for scraps. She is totally flipped out on us. Now, I will say this, though. There's been a little bit more, I think it's not decisiveness. I think it's upsetness. Whereas before we said, oh, she's going to be right down the middle, balls and strikes. Now she's like irritated and she's upset. So when she says stuff now, it comes across like you're PO'd, like you're upset at me rather than you're calling the right thing. And it's mainly because she's allowed, and again, she's been taking all the mess and looking for the scraps. That's her fault. So I just thought this was really fun. A reminder from somebody who's totally outside of it. So he was hoodwinked too. I would love to hear what he thinks today, because this was almost a month, maybe a month and a half ago. I would love to hear, like, what is Bruce saying today on September 12th? What is he saying now? Because I bet you he's probably changed some of the things. For nothing else. They're eating in court. They got headphones on in court. I don't know about the wardrobe, but my goodness, in the morning. If Judge Whitaker had not culled the herd, so to speak, nothing would have been done as relates to nothing would have gotten done as it relates to getting rid of witnesses. All right. My timer's going off in my ear. The clock is on. The seal is here. We are ready to go. Trying to run a tighter ship. So during the lunch break or during the next comfort break, I want to go over the indictments because we've heard a lot of the indictments mentioned recently. So I want to go over those. So I'll do that this afternoon or during lunch or during a break, whatever, and just kind of go through all the indictments and who is indicted for what. which is very interesting. So shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning. I really appreciate you all tapping in. I thank you to, again, all of the members who stopped by last night for the members only chat. Thank you so much, live stream rather. I really appreciate you. Something I noticed though, I did the live stream from my studio. And one of the reasons I don't do it from my studio often is because it really needs to be a two-man operation. And I realized my microphone was not on correctly. So it sounds horrible. Needless to say, I appreciate you nonetheless for stopping by. We had a good conversation. I just don't think the audio sounded that good. So I apologize. And I didn't find out until after the fact because I didn't have an engineer. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you all, everybody who's tapping in with us. This is day 128 of the YSL trial. I have no idea what's going to happen today. I have no idea. I'm going to go on a limb though. The state is going to get a lot of passes and the defense is going to get a lot of hand slaps and there'll be some giggling. That's all I got. That's all I know. I don't know. But I want to thank everybody who has already tapped in. Let me see. Gigi, the judge defends love all the time. Good intentions gone awry. Yes, please send him this clip. I might have to send it to him. Be like, hey, you don't know me, Bruce. I know right off the bat. I hate to start our friendship off, Bruce, like this, but my guy, what do you think about this? So I might have to send it to him. She's actually helping. I mean, that's unequivocal. That's the part like, yo, you're literally helping them make their case. That's wild. You can only circle back so many times. Eventually you start getting into a loop, like turn into a cyclone or something. Yeah, I would love for him to do an update. Again, I just ran across him this morning. I said, oh, this is a good one. I thought it was informative. Again, I like smart legal people. And so I brought him on. I mean, I tapped him in. So I would love to hear if he does an update. I would love that. She's still allowing time to be wasted. Absolutely. There's very little that was on that list that she is actually kept up with. Good morning, Monica. Good to see you. Grace and peace, sister. I'm going to send it to him. I'm going to clip it out. I'm going to clip it out and send it to him for sure. We were all, don't worry, Gloria. Come on close. Come on. We were all fooled. She made a fool of us all. But we learned our lesson now. Major time wasting going on. Now, I would like to know, because Bruce did allude to this, and I thought this as well. Federal RICO cases move way faster. I would just love for somebody who is a legal mind in the federal side, to explain how would this case have gone faster if it were a federal RICO case. So let's just say everything's the same, but it's just instead of the county rather, it's a federal RICO. How would they have done it faster? I would like to know that. I think that would be interesting. I compare, do even a side-by-side. All that would be magical. To do an infograph side-by-side to show, because he said it would have taken him a week to select jurors. It took us 9 months to select the juror. I want to know what did we do wrong? What did Georgia do wrong? So they're cleaning them. Uh-oh. They're getting their glamour shot ready. Okay, I see it. Oh, y'all didn't see it. They were cleaning the lens. They were cleaning the lens on the camera. Ridiculously managed. I think the word managed is suspect. It's ridiculous. I just don't know if it's actually being managed. Good to see Kenya from Cali. I've seen you a couple times. Thank you so much for stopping by. Grace and peace to you as well. Yeah, I would love to hear what he's going to say. So if y'all keep your ears to the ground, I will clip that out and I will send it to Bruce or tag Bruce to it. Be like, hey, Bruce, where you at, my guy? Matter of fact, I could just tag him to this live stream and give him the timestamp and say, what you think about this? He's going to be eating that crow for sure. Really? This is interesting. Casey says, with observing the court, I think Judge Whitaker gives Bruce Harvey a hard time more than anyone else. Really? Okay. Now, I've heard that Bruce Harvey is the pre Brian Steele. People have said that Bruce Harvey was Brian Steele when he was younger. And now Brian Steele, of course, is Brian Steele, but Brian Steele is just a predecessor or walking in the footsteps of Harvey. I don't know if that's true, but I think Bruce Harvey seems like a nice guy. Interesting. I've never actually paid attention to that, Casey. I will try to pay attention to that. Okay, the only thing, well, Cindy, I live, if it's any consolation, I live in Cobb County, and we mishandle our taxes bad up here anyway. So I don't know if my taxes are going down to Fulton because we mishandle them up here in Cobb County as well. So I don't know. There might be no tax money left. I might get $8.45 back. She is basically prosecuting the case for the state at this point. God and love all the time. That is, I mean, I can't see a lie. I don't see a lie detected there. Good morning, Mr. Lawton. Good morning from Port Orchard, Washington. Good to see you. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I like to try to clip out if I can clean up language. I got caught up this morning after I got the video. I got caught up doing stuff around the house. Rand got me some coffee. I didn't have time to clean it up. So I just like to be respectful of that. Really? Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. I didn't like the way it sounds, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you, friend. Angie said the jury can see right through love. It's embarrassing. I mean, no lie detected there. It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. I have to admit, as a child, I never used the dog ate my homework. I have to say, I never had the dog ate my homework. I've used some pretty bad excuses for why I didn't have work done. The problem is this is not school. This is a legitimate job. And even worse than that, this is somebody's life hanging in the balance. If this was just an HOA, if this was just a property line variation argument, who cares, right? Nobody would care. But we're talking about people's lives. Folk are going to go to jail and never see freedom again. There are dads that are going to be separated from their kids, from their baby mamas or wives. There are sons that are separated from their families. They'll never be a part of that family again. And this woman can't bring herself to come to work prepared and demonstrate a high level of fidelity that I am working diligently to take away these men's freedom. I am working passionately to see these men get the death penalty or be a life without parole or whatever. Can you at least demonstrate that you come to work ready to do this job? That's all we want. To take this with a level of sobriety that, you know what? I am fighting to take these 6 men off the street. And by off the street, I mean remove their freedom from them as American citizens. Maybe I should come to work prepared to do my job. Maybe I don't need to bring 9 infinity experts in. Maybe, just maybe, Adrian Love, just maybe. It boggles my mind that we're flipping about this. And again, I've said it before, and please understand, I don't know if Young Thug and others have done the things that they're being accused of. I'm pretty certain they weren't choir boys. I'm pretty certain they weren't, I'm a Presbyterian deacon, so they're not in the deacon training program, right? I'm pretty sure of that. However, the state hasn't proven anything. They haven't proven anything. Yesterday, they proved to us that they had bad fashion choices. And the day prior, they proved to us that this man could tell us that a car had 4 wheels. Somebody's going to go to jail for this. Somebody's going to lose their lives in jail. And you busy getting a man from North Carolina to tell me that Infinity has a certain kind of emblem on the side, which he can't see in the video that you're trying to, man, come on. But take this seriously. That's it. Just take it seriously. That's all. That's all. Just be serious about it. As my daughter said, oh, be so serious. Be so serious about this. That's all, Adrian Love. That's all, Simone Hilton. That's all, Mr. Atkins. That's all, Judge Whitaker. Be serious about this. Somebody is going to die because of this. And you are playing with these men's lives. Now, watch this. Maybe they're responsible for all the lives that were taken before. I don't know. Maybe this is a crazy idea. This is a crazy idea. Require the state to prove that. Crazy, right? Maybe you should require that the state prove that the men that are being held hostage in court prove that they actually did that. What a crazy idea. It's lunacy. It's lunacy. I mean, really. How about you actually require them to do their job, Judge Whitaker? Don't help them with their homework. If they come in here with an empty piece of paper, don't write the work for them. If they come in here with the empty project board, don't do the project for them. Hold them responsible. Take away their privileges. Make them have silent lunch. Make them, no, you lose this opportunity to do this. This witness is gone. Bye. To do something. But be serious, though. This is a serious issue. Judge Whitaker is saying that she don't want all these people in here clout chasing and Rule 22 in it. I agree. And I got a Rule 22, right? Your guy got one. And I'm trying not to, I respect it. I just wanted to give y'all a better perspective. But watch this. If you're saying that this is serious and you want people to be serious about it, how about you be serious too? Brenda, be serious in 4K and require that the prosecution actually do their job. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, what a novel idea. You know what? If you're going to say that these men now lose their freedom and they could potentially be in jail till Jesus comes back, maybe, just maybe, you should have to prove why they should be in jail till Jesus comes back, or why I should not give them bond. It's embarrassing. Yeah, give them silent lunch. Miss Computer Lab. Woo, you want to make some second graders behave? Tell them that they're gonna miss Computer Lab. Because Computer Lab used to be fun. Computer Lab teachers was the bomb. Next to PE, those are some of the favorite teachers. And you're like, hey, yo, you know what? If this project isn't done, if this isn't cleaned up, if this is not whatever, man, I sure would hate to forget PE. I would sure hate to forget about Computer Lab. Well, Mr. Whitaker, it's at 1 o'clock. I might forget. I could maybe forget. We could be doing math all through Computer Lab. Everything's straight. I'm not saying I've done it. I'm just not saying I'm above it. That's all I'm saying. And so going back here, I'm sorry. I watched the video with the civil rights activist asking for her Rule 22. She asked in the beginning of the day, and then she came back and asked at the end of the day. And I don't know much about the woman, so that is what it is. I think my issue, my problem today is that Judge Whitaker made it sound like, oh, you know, this court is so solemn. This court is so serious. Boo, miss me. No, y'all might as well just be having fish fries in here, playing trap music. This is not serious. Nobody's serious. Admit it. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Nobody is serious. Nobody. From the doggone gremlins in the audio system to all the other chicanery that is happening, nobody is serious. This is not serious, okay? Now, if you want to make it serious, I'll pretend like it's serious. Okay, here we go. I'll believe that it's serious as soon as you can't clamp down on the state. Because you're going to take away somebody's freedom. I don't think we're missing. I really think that part is missing. We're not watching actors. We're not watching thespians do this. We're watching human beings potentially lose their lives. This is a slow boil snuff film. Yeah, really. And so maybe, just maybe, Paige, maybe if you're serious about justice being metered out and the right decision being made, which I want the right decision to be made. If the right decision comes down and these men get thrown under the bus, then thrown under the bus they are. Put them in the jail and throw away like the key. I pray that you repent, that you might see Christ. But on the same note, though, if we're going to sit here and watch Simone Hilton try to explain to me that somebody wearing a puffy coat is a gang member, and therefore this guy needs to get thrown in jail. Shut up. Just stop. All to stop. Be quiet. Just be quiet. Because you're not serious anymore. You're literally telling me somebody wearing a puffy coat. Let me make sure I got this right. These people are bona fide gang members, right? Out there doing the gang member things that gang members do, right? But they got the time to make shirts and sell merch. Y'all, y'all are not serious. I don't care. My name is Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. Judge Whitaker, you're not serious. You're not serious. You're not serious. Because you let that woman sit there in your face yesterday and tell you that the man, okay, here I go. I got my oh, here we go. I got my girl dad t-shirt on. Shout out to the merch store. I have merch. Okay. I got my girl dad t-shirt on. So I guess if anybody is wearing hashtag girl dad t-shirts and they do anything, oh my goodness, they're out cutting the grass, or they're out washing cars, or they're out at Home Depot on a Saturday getting some wood, or good gracious alive, they're out there cooking on the grill. I guess we could all be considered a gang and conspiracy. This is stupid. This is insane. And for you to purse your lips and say that we're going to treat and tell that the civil rights activist lady that we need to be serious and solemn about this, but boo, you let this woman say, you let this woman play in your face with some Legos and some Barbie dolls playing in your face, telling you that the white t-shirt is a gang symbol. Yo, okay, I gotta stop this live stream. I'm gonna go home. I need to go take a nap. I can't. I can't take you seriously. Oh my gosh. Here they come. Fire in the hole.
Do we have any matters we need to take up before we get the jury in this morning?
Yeah, you taking it seriously.
Okay. Everybody good?
Have
Hello,
mercy,
tell
Lord,
me
please.
your name. Howell? Okay, you've been with us before? Okay, welcome back. All right, are you ready with your next witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
First witness is outside and logging in.
Okay,
I will be using that.
all right, and is the jury ready?
Yo, thank y'all so much very much for my morning rant. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Make sure you can hear. I'm gonna make sure the volume is loud. You know they're gonna show up late. You know they're coming in late, but all these other men got to be there on time. Thug can't come in late, but I guarantee you, Love and Hilton will be there before 9 o'clock. I mean, before 10 o'clock. But we taking it seriously. Remember that. This is serious. I've seen him before. Who's that guy? Matthews. I told y'all she's coming late.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Mr. Atkins, you can call the state's next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ms. Sharon Latner to the stand.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we got. Let's go. This is the first woman I've seen on the stand, I think. I'm sure there's probably been another. I think I've seen another woman on the stand. Interesting.
Sharon Latners, SHARON LATNERS.
Good morning, Ms. Latners, and welcome back.
Okay, maybe she has been there.
Now, Ms. Latners, I am going to approach with what's been marked as states 1 Juliet Juliet through 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha and Bravo. Now, Ms. Latners, if you can take a minute and look through those 3 exhibits and just look up at me when you're ready.
Okay.
What are those, Ms. Latners?
1 John is CAD report.
Can you pull that mic towards your?
This one?
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Exhibit 1 John 1. I'm sorry, 1 John, then 1 John 8 is a copy of the CAD report for the incident.
And what is that disc, Ms. Latners? 1 JJ Bravo.
911 calls.
And Ms. Latners, do you recognize those?
Yes,
And are they a fair and accurate depiction of the CAD reports and the 911 call associated with this incident?
yes,
And before testifying, Ms. Latners, did you review and mark that 911 call on 1 Juliet Juliet Bravo?
yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to admit states exhibits 1 Juliet Juliet and 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha and Bravo.
They're admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is publishing 1 Juliet Juliet. Now, Ms. Latners,
I'm here for y'all.
what is the incident number for this CAD report? Or what are the last 4?
You have 0288 and 0292.
What is the date of this CAD report?
April the 28th, 2015.
And for specifically 1 Juliet Juliet, what call type and description was this call?
Call came as shots fired. Officer changed it to 86, which is vandalism. The call came in as shots fired, which was a 25. Officer changed it to an 86, which means vandalism.
Ms. Latners, in your experience with APD, what are some type of situations where an 86 vandalism could come across on a CAD report?
If our operator if a caller called in, says car been vandalized, it's car been shot up, window been broken, that's vandalism.
Now, Ms. Latners, what was the location address for this incident?
2517 Dunley Harwell Parkway, Northwest Atlanta.
Are you familiar with that location, Ms. Latners?
It's a club over there.
That's fair enough. Now, Ms. Latners, I'm going to publish what's already been admitted as 1 Tango Alpha. Now, Ms. Latners, a couple weeks back, did you and me talk about 1 Tango Alpha?
Yes,
And what is the address of 1 Tango Alpha?
551 Woods Drive, Northwest Atlanta.
Ms. Latners, you actually don't have that before you. You have, if you look on, is your screen working on that laptop with the Zoom?
Yes.
I just published an exhibit you don't have physically before you.
Okay.
What is the address for 1 Tango Alpha?
On this screen, it says 2517 Dunley Harwell Parkway, Northwest Atlanta.
Is that the same address as 1 Juliet Juliet we were just discussing?
Yes.
Your Honor, republishing State's Exhibit 1 Juliet Juliet. Now, Ms. Latners, was this a 911 call or officer-generated CAD report?
Officer generated CAD report.
What time was this CAD report generated?
Officer pulled out on the call at 02:20 a.m. hours.
What time was the call? And is this 1 Juliet Juliet, Ms. Latners?
Say that again?
Is this 1 Juliet Juliet?
Yes.
Is the dispatch time and the call receive time the same?
Yes.
Is that because it was officer generated?
Yes.
Now, what time was this call cleared?
It cleared at 04:34 a.m. hours.
Now, do you see on page 1, Ms. Latners, under unit information, there's a number of, it says SEC unit and then has numbers?
Yes.
Now, what does that indicate?
Well, it looks like a off-duty unit was working at the club. He pulled out. And once he come over there and he said shots fired at the location, most of every unit in that zone 1 is going to go to that location. So that's why you have the different units out there at that location.
So do each of those units that have a different number reflect a different officer?
Yes.
And roughly, is that about how many units do you see listed on page 1?
$12 units.
Now, Ms. Latners, turning to page 2, do you see at the top, does it continue to list different unit numbers that responded?
Yes.
How many do you see on the top of page 2?
5 units.
So in total, is it about 17 units that responded to this call?
Yes.
Now, do you see beneath that, Ms. Latners, where it has unit times and has a number of codes?
Yes.
What code is A alpha?
That means the unit arrived on the scene.
What code is EN?
En route.
And BU?
Back up.
So, Ms. Latners, is page 2 of this, is this indicating when various officers are arriving or en route to that location?
Correct.
Now, further down, Ms. Latners, do you see where, and you had stated to the jury, do you see on page 2 where it stated that the count was a 25 for shots fired?
Yes.
And does it list that count changing to an 86 further on in the CAD report?
Not on the second page, it doesn't.
If you turn to page 3, Ms. Latners, do you see where there's a code for RT?
Yes.
What does that code mean?
That means that the unit is sitting in his car on his MDT running different information, tabs, person wanted.
And Ms. Latners, is short on CAD reports, is TXT, what is that short for?
TXT.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the information coming back for his MDT
And what about LIC?
license.
Now, Ms. Latners? One brief moment, Ms. Latners. So, Ms. Latners, I want to walk through this with you. Starting on page 3, you see the time 2:27:57 a.m. on the top of page 3.
22750, what?
57.
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what that indicates?
That indicates that the unit is running someone tag. Well, it shows license, I'm sorry, correct, license.
And what are the last four of that license?
4209.
Now, Ms. Latners, a little bit further down at 229:34, kind of in the middle of the page, do you see the code at 229:34?
They're running another license plate.
Is that a different last four of the license plate?
Yes, 7542.
And Ms. Latners, kind of towards the bottom of page 3 at 251:57, do you see that code?
Yes,
Is that a different last four than the previous two?
yes,
Is that another vehicle and license that's being ran?
yes,
Now, turning to page 4, Ms. Latners, do you see at the top at the time 3:12:15 a.m.?
okay.
What code or what is happening on the CAD report at 3:12:15 a.m.?
They're running another license plate, 0994.
Turning Ms. Latners to 3:16:49, kind of towards the middle of the page, do you see that?
Yes,
Can you tell the jury what that indicates at 3:16:49?
they're running another license plate, 9521.
Ms. Latner's turning to 3:23:49 a.m. Kind of towards the bottom of the page. Do you see another code at that time?
They run another license plate, 7271.
And Ms. Latner's finally at 3:40:57 towards the bottom of the page. What is happening at 3:40:57?
They're running another license plate, 9843.
Now, Ms. Latner's, is that 7? Or how many is that 7 license plates that you just indicated were reflected in the CAD report?
Yes,
Do you see the 4th row above the CAD narrative at 4:34:43 a.m.?
434 what?
4:34:43.
Yes,
What is occurring at 4:34:43?
they did a report on each one of those license plates. They put in code 17.
What does code 17 mean to pull that in?
They did a report for whoever vehicles these are.
Now, Ms. Latner's flipping to page 1 briefly. What time was this case cleared?
Cleared at 04:34 a.m. hours.
Is that the same time as when you indicated they generated a report on page 4?
Yes,
What does the code DC mean?
they just, DC is distribution. I'm sorry, DC is mean they clear the call for that 17.
Now, Ms. Latner, do you see a CAD narrative at the bottom on page 4?
Yes,
What is the first input in that CAD narrative?
it shows 78 shots on calls, 67 vehicles shot up at location,
What is it? Does it say no 78?
no 78.
What does that mean?
No, look out on the person who did the shooting.
And then it says 6 to 7 vehicles shot up at location.
Yes,
So with the 7 license plates that were ran on scene, is that aligned or not aligned with 7 vehicles being shot up?
yes,
Ms. Latners, do you also see the second from the bottom in the CAD narrative on page 4? Is there any related incident numbers to this?
Yes, it is.
What is the last 4 of the related incident number?
0292.
And Ms. Latners, the very last at 351:45, when it says M type 25 to 86, is that what you were describing of the count changing for the jury?
Yes.
Ms. Latners, I want to turn to, is that the end of this CAD report for 1 Juliet Juliet?
Yes.
Ms. Latners, I want to turn to 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha. Is 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha related to the CAD report we just discussed?
Yes.
Is the last 4 of that CAD the same last 4 reflected in 1 Juliet Juliet that we just discussed?
Yes.
Is it the same? What date is this?
April 28th, 2015.
Now, what zone and beat are these 2 CAD reports?
Zone 1. And they on beat 109 speed.
Now, for CAD report 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha, what is the address?
551 Woods Drive, Northwest Atlanta.
And with the 2 CAD reports being the same zone and the same beat, and Your Honor, publishing 1 Juliet Juliet Alpha, are they in the same part of the city, Your Honor? Or, I mean, sorry, Ms. Latners, or nearby?
Yes.
Was this call, unlike the first call, a 911 or officer generated call?
It came through with 911.
What time was the 911 call?
02:20 a.m. hours.
What time was the call received with dispatch?
Dispatch received the call 02:21 hours.
Now, Ms. Latner, just briefly glancing back at 1 Juliet Juliet, is this 911 call after or before the officer generated CAD report we just discussed?
A couple seconds after for the officer generating it.
When did officers arrive to this 911 call?
First officer arrived at 02:26 hours.
What priority call was this 911 call?
A priority 2 call.
Is that a 10-minute response?
Yes.
What time was this call cleared?
It was cleared at 02:32 a.m. hours.
Was it cleared roughly 10 minutes after the call or officers arrived?
Yes.
Now, turning to the CAD narrative on page 2, do you see that, Ms. Latners? The 4th row from the top at 2:21:28 a.m. Can you tell the jury what that indicates?
The call advised the operator they heard about 30 shots in the area.
Now, Ms. Latners, the very last input at 2:23:36, does it have a related CAD report?
Yes, it does.
And is that related CAD report 1 Juliet Juliet?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Latners, I'm going to publish is 1 Juliet Juliet Bravo, the 911 call that corresponds with this CAD report? The disc you have before you?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state's going to publish 1 Juliet Juliet Bravo for the jury.
Atlanta 911 emergency operator 1287, what's the address of the emergency?
551 Woods Drive, Northwest Atlanta, Georgia. But don't come to surgery.
Okay, let me verify. 551 Woods Drive, Northwest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but do not come. But what's going on? You need the police, fire, ambulance.
Gunshots.
How many?
A lot. Like 30.
Heard 30 gunshots in the area. 551 Woods Drive.
Yes.
Okay, but do not come to Woods Drive. Did you see anybody?
No.
Okay, heard about 30 shots, so, okay, and your name?
Don't want to.
You don't, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Can I just verify your phone number in case we have to call you back? Just ask a question.
4428567.
Okay, 442856734. Okay, hold on 1 second. Are you near Club Crucial?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right, ma'am. I think we've already had that reported, but thank you for calling, okay? Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Did they just give a phone number out again? Y'all, come on. They just gave out another phone number.
Now, Ms. Latners, I'm going to approach you with what's been marked as 1 kilo through 4 kilo alpha. And I'm going to grab these Juliets from you. Or actually, I'm going to leave them up here. Ms. Latners, if you can take a minute to look through those kilo exhibits and just look up at me when you're ready.
And I get it. And the defense, maybe the phone number is dead. Maybe they've already verified that the phone number is dead. No problem there. But it just goes to a pattern of them not being serious about
Ms.
this.
Latners, what are 1 kilo through 4 kilo alpha that I just gave you and you just reviewed?
CAD reports from April 28th, 2015.
And how do you recognize them?
Yes,
Is one of those a disc?
yes,
Is there any significant markings on that disc?
my initials.
Were you able to listen what's on that disc before testifying here today?
Yes,
And Ms. Latners, are 1 kilo through 4 kilo alpha a fair and accurate depiction of the CAD reports and 911 call for this incident?
yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to introduce into evidence 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 3 kilo, 4 kilo, and also, Your Honor, the 1 through 4 kilo alpha.
All right, those are admitted.
Yeah. What if that
Thank you,
number,
Your Honor.
what if that number is somebody else's now?
Now, Ms. Latners, in publishing 1 kilo for the jury.
That's it, Malika. Thank you. Michaela.
Ms. Latners, what is the date of this incident report?
April 28th, 2015.
The same date as we just discussed?
Yes.
What is the location of this call?
1291 MLK Drive, Northwest Atlanta.
What type of call was this?
Shots fired.
What is the zone and beat?
Zone 1, 105 speed.
And Ms. Latners, for the record, what is the incident report for 1 kilo?
151180455.
Ms. Latners, was this a officer generated or 911 call?
911 call.
What time was this 911 call generated?
0403 AM hours.
Now, Ms. Latners, if you glance at 1 Juliet, is this 911 call after or before those?
After.
You said it was made at 040325.
Yes.
When was the call received at dispatch?
0404 AM hours.
When were officers dispatched to that location?
0405 AM hours.
And when were officers cleared from this scene?
0412 56 AM hours.
Now, Ms. Latners, do you see at the bottom with the CAD narrative? Can you describe what at 4:04:34 a.m. for the jury, what that indicates?
Caller advised he heard he heard shots fired in the area.
Does that indicate that the caller heard 8 shots fired in the area?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Latners, at the top, do you see the disposition for this CAD report?
It shows code 12 and also say CCAD 0462.
And does code 12 signify that there's some type of investigation?
Yes.
Ms. Latners, do you have before you 1 kilo alpha? Or already admitted, Your Honor, the state's going to publish 1 kilo alpha.
LS number 1, operator 617, what's the address to your emergency?
Well, 1291 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, but somebody's firing off AKs in the neighborhood.
About how many did you hear?
I just heard about 17 shots.
Did you want to see what the officer when they come out?
Nah, I'm asleep, but I mean, dang, it's every night.
Okay.
And they can check the address at 1271. It's an empty house next door to me. They going in and out that house at night. They start going in that house about 8:30 dark at night, and they go in and out the house all night. Cars parked down on Rock Mart. So I don't know. It's not this. Like I say, it can't be but a few houses away that shoot, that are random shooting, and it goes on every night in the neighborhood. But just it's kind of close that time. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to get someone out.
Yeah, maybe you can get a little patrols through here in the evening time. They bust caps, shoot caps every night here around through here between 2 and 4.
Okay. All right, I'll send someone out.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Mama.
Publishing what's been admitted, Your Honor, as 2 kilo. And Ms. Latners, with all of these kilo exhibits that we're discussing, how many total CAD reports do you have before you?
4.
And were all 4 of those related to the same incident?
Yes.
Ms. Latners, in 2 kilo, what is the incident report for this CAD report?
151180456.
Was 1 kilo, did that end in 455?
Yes.
Is this 456?
Yes.
And Ms. Latners, when CAD reports come through APD, do they get incident numbers in sequential order?
Yes.
So this is the next incident report after 1 kilo.
Yes.
What is the location for this incident number?
1469 Mill Street Southwest.
What is the zone and beat for this CAD?
Zone 104 is beat.
Is that the same zone and beat as 1 kilo?
No, the first one was 105's beat.
Is 104 near 105's beat?
Right next door.
What was the source of this CAD report? Was it a 911 call or officer generated?
911 call.
What time was this call received?
04:03 a.m. hours.
Was that after or before 1 kilo?
After.
What type of priority was this call?
Prior to 2.
Is that a 10-minute response time?
10 minutes.
What time was this call cleared?
04:12 hours a.m. 04:12 a.m. hours.
Ms. Latners, comparing 2 kilo with 1 kilo, how close in time is the clearance between the two calls?
About 5 seconds off.
What was the disposition of 2 kilo?
Code 12, investigated, CCAD 0462.
Is that the same CCAD 0462?
I have no idea what just happened right there. I think Kilo just gave up. All right, let's try again.
Ms. Latners, what is the incident number for 3 kilo?
151180460.
What is this the same date as what we just discussed?
Yes.
What zone and beat is 3 kilo?
Zone 1, 104's beat.
Was this self-initiated by an officer or a 911 call?
I think so, Cuzzo. I think so.
It's 911 call.
Now, Ms. Latners, what time was this call received?
046 a.m. hours.
I mean,
how close in time is
they
the
are teaching us not to call the
0406,
police.
07 hours to 1 and 2 kilo we just discussed?
Couple of minutes off.
Ms. Latners, what time was this call cleared?
0408 a.m. hours.
And turning to the CAD narrative at 4:06:07 a.m., can you explain for the jury what that indicates?
We have no idea.
See the call advised several shots heard in the area.
And Ms. Latner's turning to the top, what is the disposition for 3 kilo?
The 911 canceled the call. I'm sorry, dispatch canceled the calls because all of it was related to the first 2 calls. And she marked as CCAD 0462 0456, since all in the same area as 104's beat.
Is that why, Ms. Latner's, the call was canceled 2 minutes after this 911 call was generated?
Correct.
Your Honor, publishing what's been marked as 4 kilo. Ms. Latner's looking at 4 kilo. What is the incident number for 4 kilo?
151180462.
Is this the 0462 that was referenced in the previous 3 kilo exhibits?
Yes.
I have no
What's
idea
the
why we're doing
location
this.
for
I'm sorry.
this
I have no
category?
idea.
1428 Adele Avenue Southwest.
What
I mean, they're giving
zone
a whole
beat is
addresses.
1428 Adele Avenue Southwest.
This is ridiculous.
Zone 1, 104's beat.
Is that the same beaten zone or the neighboring beaten zone for the previous 3 CAD reports?
Yes.
And what was the source of this CAD report? Was it 911 call or officer generated?
911 call.
What time was the 911 call made?
0405 a.m. hours.
What time was the 911 call received by APD dispatch?
0406 a.m. hours.
What time were officers dispatched out to that call?
0407 a.m. hours.
What time was this call cleared?
0704 a.m. hours.
Now, Ms. Latner's, you see on page 1, it has unit information.
Yes.
Who was the primary unit on this call?
1104.
And is there any officers listed for this case?
Yes.
Their name.
Adrian Pitts.
Is there multiple unit numbers beneath 1104?
Yes.
Is that multiple officers responding to this call?
Yes.
What type of call is this? What's the code?
Code is 50, person shot.
Would a person shot code 50, what kind of response would that get?
Priority 2.
And how quick a response time is priority 2 within APD CAD?
Should be quick as possible. We have 10 minutes dispatch it out.
Now, Ms. Latners, do you see on page 2, the CAD narrative at the bottom?
Yes.
Can you describe for the jury what is indicated at 4:06:28, the third from the top?
It advised female shot, female grazed by a bullet.
What is after female grazed by bullet?
Caller states someone shot up house.
And Ms. Latners, 2 beneath that at 4:07:40, is it reference a related incident number we've already discussed?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state is going to publish 4 Kilo Kilo Alpha for the jury.
Put that weed out. I'm calling.
Atlanta 911, operator 6587. What is the address of your emergency?
Someone just turned a shot on my house and my auntie got shot.
Okay. Okay, what's the address?
1428
1428
Adair Avenue.
Adair?
30314.
Is this in a house or an apartment?
You said what, ma'am?
Is this a house or an apartment?
A house?
Okay, that's Adair Avenue Northeast? Southeast?
I thought it's southeast.
Okay.
1428 Adair Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30314.
Okay, it's not coming up southeast. Hold on one moment.
ADELE.
Oh, Adele.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, hold for Grady.
Mama come out clean her.
Brittany EMS with a status of your emergency.
Hello.
This is Brittany EMS with a status of your emergency.
1428.
Okay, repeat that one more time. Okay, repeat that. So we have correct. Hello?
Hello.
Can you repeat the address to make sure we have it correct?
1428 Avenue.
All right, apartment or private house?
A house.
What's the phone number you're calling from in case we're disconnected?
404-203-4683. 4683.
All right, and what's your name?
Diamond Neely.
Okay, Don, can you tell me what happened?
Oh, I was just, when I walked up to the website, people, somebody just told me they were shooting up the house.
Okay, was anyone shot?
Big time.
Okay, are you with the patient right now?
Oh, she lying in bed.
Okay. Are you with her right now?
You said what, ma'am?
With her right now, Simon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old is she?
She is. She didn't get the bullet didn't go through. She got straight. But she didn't. See how you got this away?
Is she awake?
Yes, she awake. You said yes, she breathing.
Okay, when did this happen? When did this happen?
Hey, what now?
When? well, that's the little house. Okay, is there any serious bleeding? No, ma'am. Bleeding at all? Yes, she's breathing. The bull's pressure. All right. She's completely alert. You said what, ma'am? Is she completely alert? Yes, ma'am. All right, what part of her body was injured? The butt. Okay, she was shot in the butt. Yes, ma'am. All right, is there more than one wound? No, ma'am. All right,
All right, Mgar, I need this to be put into a song. I need you to make this happen. Come on.
Steering wrap.
Come on. Let's get hit. This could be the summer, the end of the summer hit right here.
You said what? We need to know if the person that shot her is still on scene. Yes, ma'am. No, the people that were shooting, are they still around? Oh, yes, I guess it was driving. Okay, so they're nowhere inside at this time. Oh, no, ma'am. You know where they are or where they went? No, ma'am. We just woke up. Okay. So just have nice to have demo. I would like to disconnect. Grab a cushion, dry cloth, or a towel. Okay. Okay, and I want you to take your right on the wall, press down firmly, and don't hold it up. Okay. Let her know the help is coming. Don't give her any food or drink that might make her sick or cause problems for the doctor. Let her rest as comfortably as possible, but watch her closely. If she becomes less awake and vomits, please turn her on her side. Okay. So when you become intact, gather any medications that you're taking. Please unlock your door. Sit on the outside light and have someone meet the paramedic. Okay. We'll look back for further instructions. We're on the way. Okay. The police is already outside. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Latners, that was 911 call that corresponded with 0462.
Yes.
Ms. Latners, I'm going to approach you with what's marked as 1 Lima Lima, 1 Lima Lima Alpha, and 1 Lima Lima. Excuse me, and 2 Lima Lima. Ms. Latners, just take a minute, look over those exhibits and just look up at me when you're ready. Ms. Latners, what are 1 Lima Lima, 2 Lima Lima, and 1 Lima Lima Alpha?
Copy can report for that incident.
Is there also a 911 call associated with those?
Yes.
And are they a fair and accurate depiction of the 911 call and CAD reports for this incident?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to tender into evidence 1 Lima Lima, 1 Lima Lima Alpha, and 2 Lima Lima.
You may.
I'm going to come grab these, Ms. Latners, and be right back.
Gotcha.
I'm going to give these back to you, Ms. Latners.
So was there objection or did y'all just need to see them? Okay, all right. Okay, they're preserved. All right, so those are admitted.
Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor. Publishing 1 Lima Lima. Ms. Latners, what is the incident report for 1 Lima Lima?
151180587,
What is the date?
April 28th, 2015.
And Ms. Latners, what type of call is 1 Lima Lima?
Shots fired.
What was the location of the shots fired?
1903 Drew Drive, Northwest.
What is the zone and beat for this call?
Zone 1, 110 speed.
Now, Ms. Latners, was this a 911 call or officer generated?
911 call.
What time was this 911 call made?
05:50 a.m. hours.
And Ms. Latners, is this after or before the 2517 Donnelly Hollowell 1JJ we discussed?
After.
Is this after or before the 1428 Adele Drive we just discussed with Kilo exhibits?
After.
Ms. Latners, when were officers dispatched to this scene?
At 05:53 a.m. hours.
When did they arrive?
06:01 a.m. hours.
And what time was this call cleared?
06:44 a.m. hours.
Now, Ms. Latners, do you see unit information in the middle of page 1?
I do.
What is the primary unit for this call?
1110s.
And what officer is associated with 1110?
Sean Hill.
Now, Ms. Latner's turning to the CAD narrative. The third from the top at 5:52:18 a.m. Can you explain for the jury what that indicates?
It indicates that the operator put in information about heard 9 gunshots fired near parking deck from the caller.
And when it says no 78, is that no suspect?
No suspect.
Ms. Latner's turning back to the top. Do you see the disposition for this CAD report?
Code 12 investigated.
And Ms. Latner's, do you have before you a 911 call associated with this?
Yes.
Your Honor, is that 1 Lima Lima Alpha?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state is publishing 1 Lima Lima Alpha for the jury.
Atlanta 911, operator 6544. What's the address of your emergency?
I said 1903 Drew Drive.
1903 Drew Drive?
Yes.
Do you need police, fire, ambulance at that location?
I think it's be the police.
Okay, what's going on there?
I just woke up and I just heard about 9 gunshots.
Okay, can you tell me which direction you think it's coming from?
It came from the parking deck.
Okay. And this is an apartment?
Yes.
What's the name of the apartment?
Columbia Crest.
Is there a gate code?
Yes.
Can you share that with me, please?
0162.
0162. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, what's your contact phone number?
678-769-9305.
678-769-9305.
Yes.
And you said you heard about 9 gunshots fired near the parking deck. By chance, do you see anyone?
I don't even want to get close to the one.
Okay. And what's your apartment number?
What is 2309? Do you want to speak with an officer when he comes out? Oh, I don't have to. I just know I heard a lot of gunshots just now. Okay, we're gonna get an officer over there to check it out. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. Bye bye.
Publishing 2 Lima Lima, Your Honor, and Ms. Latner's, we're going to talk about 2 Lima Lima. Is this April or 28, 2015?
Yes,
And Ms. Latner's, what is the incident report number for 2 Lima Lima?
151180588.
How did this call type come in?
A 911 call.
And what was the caller's first name?
Natasha,
And Ms. Latner's, what was the address of this 911 call?
1903 Drew Drive, Northwest,
And is there an apartment associated with that call?
apartment 1122.
And what is the zone and beat for this 911 call?
Zone 1, 110th beat.
And is this after or before the 1 Lima Lima that we just discussed?
After.
How close in time is this 911 call to the first? If you look at 1 and 2 Lima Lima.
About a minute apart.
Now, Ms. Latner's, what time did officers get dispatched to this location?
05:55 a.m. hours.
What time did they arrive?
06:03 a.m. hours.
And what time was this call cleared?
11:16 a.m. hours.
Now, Ms. Latner's, do you see in the middle under unit information? Is that the same unit number 1110 and Officer Sean Hill that we just discussed with 1 Lima Lima?
Yes,
So did that officer respond in relation to both of these calls?
yes.
And Ms. Latner's, do you see on page 2 at 6:44:05 a.m. where it says M type 54 to 86?
Yes.
What does that indicate for the jury?
Call came in as a suspicious person that's a sitting for Atlanta 54. An officer asked the dispatcher to change to 86 to vandalism.
One brief moment, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Ms. Latner's. No further questions by the state, Your Honor.
All right, do any defense counsel have questions for Ms. Latner's? All right. All right, Ms. Latner's, thank you for your time. You are excused. Call your next witness. All right.
That was fast. Can't nobody hear him either. Remember all that foolishness yesterday? All that dumb stuff yesterday? And they talking closer to the monitor now. And nothing was heard. No cross. They probably just said, look, what's the purpose of this? Nobody's arguing that there weren't shots fired. Nobody's proven that it was Jeffrey that pulled the trigger, though. So I'm thinking that the reason they had her, because they had to have a witness and their other witness was not ready. So they had her there as to come in as basically a stall, because that was an hour waste of time that they knew nobody was going to ask any questions on, while detective whoever or this person they're waiting for shows up. That's what I think happened. But I could be wrong, of course. All right, let's see. Yeah, just a stall tactic, a waste of time. All right, let's see what happens. What we got here?
My name is Denise Bell. Spell my name D-E-N-I-S-E, B-E-L-L. B-E-L-L, yes.
Good morning, Ms. Bell.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm a little nervous.
All right. Is there anything we can do to make you a little less nervous?
Not really.
All right. Ms. Bell, appreciate your honesty. Would you do me a favor and set your purse down by your side?
Yes, I can.
And I'm standing over here. Would you direct your communication to the jury over here? They need to hear what you're saying, and you need to talk loudly and into the microphone if you can.
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Bell, would you tell the jury where you're from originally?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Do you have family that lives in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes,
Have you lived in Atlanta all your life?
yes,
Do you have sisters and brothers?
yes.
How many?
I'll say 5.
Um,
Other than me.
and one of them, does one of them live at 1428 Adele Avenue?
Yes,
Have you ever lived at 1428 Adele Avenue?
yes,
And is that in Fulton County?
yes.
How long did you, or has your family, you and your sister, you or your sister lived at 1428 Adele Avenue?
I mean, she may have been there 25 years and I was like maybe 13 years.
She's been there 25 and you 13?
Yes,
How'd you come to live at 1428 Adele Avenue?
that's a good question.
Thank you.
Some kind of way I had to move from where I was
Mhm.
living at, and I asked her, can I come live with her? And she said, yes.
Is this sister of yours older or younger than you?
She's younger than me.
Would you describe for the jury what kind of structure, 1428 Adele Avenue, what kind of house does your sister
It's
have?
a nice family home. Nice family home.
Is it a condo, townhome, or a standalone?
It's a home.
Standalone house,
Right.
single family?
Yes,
All right. Is it brick, siding, something else?
brick.
All right. How many levels does your sister's house have?
I'm gonna say 3.
And when you walk into the door, just from outside, which level do you enter?
You enter on the 2nd level.
Okay. And do you or your sister sleep on,
Different levels, yes.
okay. Would you describe for the jury, or tell the jury, I'm sorry, who all on April 28, 2015 lived at that house?
It had to be my sister,
Mhm.
one her daughter,
Okay,
and me.
and you. Would you tell the jury a little about yourself? Do you have children?
Yes,
How old are they?
my oldest will be 48 in next week, and my baby is 47.
Did either of your kids live at 1428 Adele Avenue?
No,
In April?
No.
All right. Your sister, how many kids does your sister have?
she has 4.
Would you tell the jury first the name and then the age of the 4 children that your sister have?
Your Honor, I'm going to object as to relevance.
Your Honor, this is the address that the jury just heard about.
No, it's not necessary.
The children.
I can approach as to why I'm doing it that way, but I have a reason and it is relevant.
All right, I'll give you some leeway.
No, let her explain
Would you
it.
tell the jury the name and age of your sister's 4 children?
I think the twins, which is Diamond and Daryl, maybe 27 now,
And that would have made them, what, 18 in
I
2015?
suppose.
Okay. And what's your sister's oldest child's name?
Stacy Adams, and she's 40.
She's 40. So she would have been, would she have been 31 in April of 2015?
I'm thinking, yes.
Does your sister have a son, Philip Collins?
Yes.
Does Philip Collins go by the name Philo?
Yes.
And would Philip Collins have been around 25 in April 2015?
I would say so.
Did your other siblings have children? Did your other sisters and brothers, did you
Yes.
have other nieces and nephews?
Yes.
All right. Did any of those other nieces and nephews at any time during April 2015 live at the house with you and your sister?
No.
Did your sister's children, the four you just named, Philo, Darren, Diamond, and Stacy, did either of them live at the house besides Diamond in April 2015?
No.
Did they visit the house regularly?
Well, you know, they come by because they want to eat and I cook a lot for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's delicious.
Would you describe for the jury the area of Atlanta that, let me be more specific. Do you know where the Atlanta University Center is?
Yes.
All right. Is 1428 Adele Avenue down the street from Morris Brown College?
I wouldn't exactly say down the street, but it's not far from.
Down the street, around the corner.
And is it also close to Spelman, Morehouse, Clark?
The house.
And also, please describe in the best way that you can the neighborhood that 1428 Adele Avenue is.
It's a wonderful neighborhood to raise your kids in. You know, it's a wonderful neighborhood. It was not, we felt no danger or anything. It's a nice neighborhood.
Is it mostly houses like the one you and your sister lived
You
in?
can object as to relevance, Your Honor.
Amen.
Does the house itself sit off of of Adele Avenue, or is it in a subdivision?
Well, it's just a street with houses, you know.
How often did your sister's children, either Philo, Darren, or Stacy, visit?
Objection as to relevance.
Amen.
There's,
I don't know.
Your Honor, I am asking.
Okay. Asked and answered.
Out of all your nieces and nephews, did you have any other nephew who was 18 in April of 2015?
No.
Okay. And did any of your other nieces and nephews visit your home at 1428 Adele Avenue as often as Cecilia's children did?
No.
Would Cecilia's children visit at least once a week?
Yeah.
Leading.
But
I was
I'm not
trying to be.
seeing the relevance of this right now, so you said you'd get to it.
We are. Okay, thank you, Judge. Ms. Bell, do you remember April 27th and 28th of 2015?
Yes.
Why do you
2015.
remember that date range?
That was the day that I was shot.
Could you lean into your mic and speak a little louder for this jury? so
That
they
was
hear
the
you?
day that I was shot.
On that particular day, do you remember what day of the week it was?
I want to say a Monday.
Okay.
It was started Monday but it probably ended up Tuesday morning.
All right. And did the day involve anything of note before you got shot? Did anything happen?
No, everything was fine.
All right. Do you remember who all was at the house that Monday?
I want to say, I guess, you know, it's me, Cecilia, and her daughter.
Did you all have any kind of concerns for your safety that day?
Not at all.
Do you remember about what time you turned in for the evening?
Well, I usually go to bed kind of late.
What's late for you?
I won't say 12:30, somewhere like that.
And was that particular night any different than any other? Did you go to bed about 12:30?
Yes.
All right. Were any of your nieces or nephews visiting at that time that you went to bed?
No.
Would you describe for the jury where inside the house your bedroom was?
I'm gonna say, like from this desk to that door.
The door at the back of the courtroom?
Yeah, that door.
And so would the door represent the front door of the house?
No.
What does the door represent as far as the house goes?
This will represent the front door, but this will be the front door.
Okay. And so with where you are being the front door, the back door is your room?
I want to say, no, not the back door.
No, I mean,
The
the
door-
back door of the courtroom.
Yes,
Was there a straight shot from your room to the front door?
yes.
Did anybody else stay or sleep on that same level with you?
I think, her daughter,
All right. And where did your sister sleep?
she slept upstairs.
Okay. Now, at the time you went to bed, describe from the time you went to bed to the time you remember something happening.
Well, we really didn't do anything, but sometimes we sit up and talk, stuff like that. But we really didn't do anything. I might have had a drink or two before we went to bed, but other than that, other than that,
What was your drink of choice?
vodka.
All right. Did you have it in the
Objection.
kitchen or did you have it in your room?
I had it in my room.
All right. Was it next to your bed
Yes,
on the floor?
yes.
All right. So tell the jury, once you went to bed, if you got up at any point before 6 a.m. What do you remember happening from the time you went to bed?
Oh, well, the time I went to bed, anything really happened.
Okay.
Until the doorbell rang.
All right. When the doorbell rang, what'd you do?
I answered the door.
Do you remember about how many people were at the door?
No, I don't.
Was it family or strangers that were at the door?
Well, I would say family because I wouldn't open the door at 3 o'clock in the morning for a stranger.
Fair enough. Was your sister's 18-year-old son one of the people that was at the door?
It had to be a sibling, yes. Yes, it was.
And were the other people with your nephew older, younger, or around the same
couldn't
age?
say. I don't know. I didn't even see them.
Okay.
Your Honor, excuse me, I'm sorry. Could I have the witness pull the microphone a little bit closer, please?
Yeah, I don't know.
Your Honor, actually,
Last week,
Maybe I need to move a little closer.
I think that this one has.
Can you repeat? Can she repeat that last answer once we got the mic fixed? Try the one on the, well, that one's plugged in. Anybody have a mic they can donate for a minute?
I'll give her mine. I can talk loud. I'll give her mine. If that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Miss Bell, I'm gonna give you my microphone, and if you could just lean into my microphone, and I'll move these back just so we don't have feedback.
All right, why don't you push that mic down towards her mouth?
I'm a light speaker. I used to didn't be, but I am now.
All right, and ask that last question so they can hear the answer.
Thank you, Judge. Miss Bell, when you heard the doorbell ring at 3:30 in the morning, and you said your 18-year-old nephew came in, did you see the people who were with your nephew? Not recognize them, just did you see anybody else with?
It may have been, but I didn't pay any attention because once I opened the door and it was somebody that I recognized, I just walked away. I walked away from the door. I didn't really pay attention. I just walked. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really pay any attention.
Did the demeanor of your 18-year-old nephew or any of the people who were coming in cause you any concern?
No,
Did they, were they being loud or rowdy or anything like that?
no,
Did they in any way appear angry?
no.
Do you know, or did you recognize what they did once you let them in the house?
No,
Now, do you like guns?
no,
Do you make it known to your nephews and nieces you don't like guns?
yes,
Do they respect you enough to respect the fact that you don't like guns?
Yes.
All right. So on this statement, it's 3:30 in the morning. Was the previous morning was the previous day the Monday, or are we not in a Monday?
The previous day was Monday.
So if it's this 3:30 Tuesday morning,
Yes.
did you see any guns in the hands of anybody that you let in the house at 3:30?
No.
Do you remember what anybody was wearing?
No.
Was there any room on the level that they came into that you saw them go in the direction of?
I didn't pay any attention.
Tell the jury if what you did once you let them in the house.
I went back to my bedroom.
How far was your bedroom from where you parted ways with them?
Oh, I guess a few feet.
Did you hear anything from them, like anything?
Nothing.
Were you close enough to have heard if they had been arguing or anything?
No.
Were you close enough if they had been arguing to have heard it?
I would have heard it.
All right. Tell the jury once you got back to your room what you did.
I stepped in my room, and by my alcohol being next to my bed, I figured I'd take a drink, but I didn't get a chance to do that. I was gunfire rang out, and by then I was hit. I was hit.
What did you say right before you were hit?
I picked up the ball, and then I put it back down because I was hit.
Did you hear anything before you were hit?
I just probably heard a gunfire, but nothing else.
When you say you were hit, what do you mean?
I was hit by a bullet. I was shot. I just said I was hit instead of shot.
Did you immediately know you had been shot?
Yes.
What happened? How did you feel? Tell the jury what.
Well, actually, I didn't really feel any pain at that time. I was very scared, and I looked into my hallway, which is right my bedroom, the hallway right at my bedroom. So when I turned my back and looked around, the police was already there.
Do you have any idea how long it took you to gather yourself and look around and see the police?
I really didn't have any time.
Did you see when you realized you'd been shot, were you able to see if there were any holes in the house for a bullet to have come through? Like, did the bullet, did you see where it came through?
It came through my wall.
Through your what?
My wall.
Do you remember how many shots you heard?
No, I don't.
Did you hear more than one?
Yes.
Do you remember what they sounded like?
It was very loud.
Do you remember whether they were fast?
Fast.
You being way more dignified than me, probably. Or something different.
I really don't remember.
What do you recall doing after you looked around and saw the police officer in the house?
I just stood there by the bed.
By the bed?
I stood by the bed. I never sit down or anything. I just stood there.
Was the police officer inside your bedroom when you looked?
No, he wasn't in my bedroom. He was in the hallway.
Do you recall saying anything?
No, I didn't say anything to him.
Do you remember who all was in the house at that moment where you noticed the police was in the house?
No.
Did you have any idea where your nephew and your nephew's friends were?
No.
What about your sister?
She actually didn't even really see anything or hear anything.
Without talking about what she may have seen or heard, I mean, what she was.
Oh, she was upstairs in her bedroom asleep.
Did she come down at any point and join you in yours?
No.
Did you see her interacting with the police?
I don't recall. I didn't see that.
Tell the jury the next things you remember happening.
I remember the ambulance came and they put me on the gurney.
Okay.
And they prepped me as they taking me out the house. Once I was in the ambulance, I really did not know how serious the injuries were. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't really feel any pain. until I was operated on. The pain was so excruciating that I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
Were you in the hospital a long time?
I might have been in the hospital maybe a month and a half.
Ms. Bell, would you tell the jury if your neighborhood that you lived in on 1428 Adele Avenue was a neighborhood where younger, or you noticed your neighbors were?
No younger people. No younger people. Most of the residents there were older people. They had already been there for many years.
40 or older, 30 or older?
They was older than that.
Did you notice whether any of them had kids that came often that you saw?
No.
Ms. Bell, I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 5KK, and forgive me for not knowing the military. Kilo, 5 kilo, through 9 kilo, and a copy Mr. Brown is providing to the defense for them to look at while you're taking a look at 5 kilo through 9 kilo. And just tell me if you recognize the area depicted in these photographs. Looking starting at 5 kilo right here. Do you see 1428 Adele Avenue?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate representation in 5 kilo of what you and your sister's home look like
Yes.
in 2015?
Yes.
What about 6 kilo? Are you able to see the house in that?
Yes.
Is that too a fair and accurate representation of what the house looked like?
Yes.
In 2015? Looking at 7, 8, and 9 kilo. Do you see 1428 Adele Avenue in each of these photographs?
Not in this one.
Okay. But and this one is 8 kilo.
Yes.
All right. What about 7 kilo? Do you see y'all's house in that?
Yes.
Does it look like it did in 2015 and 8?
Yes.
What about in 9 kilo?
Yes.
Now, do you see Adele Avenue in 8 kilo?
No.
So, would 5, 6, 7, and 9 kilo aid you in more clearly telling and testifying to the jury about where things were, like your room and the holes or whatever you saw in the house were located on April 28th?
Ask me that again and understand you.
All right. Do you see anything different about the house at 1428 Adele Avenue in these pictures than the way the house looked in April 2015?
No.
Your Honor, state tenders 5 kilo, 6, 7, and 9 kilo as evidence.
All right, admitted without objection.
Ms. Knight, are you able to help us publish? Okay. Starting with the court's permission, may I publish 5
May.
kilo? And Ms. Bell, it's gonna come up on screen in front of you in one time, and just gonna.
Okay.
And we just don't use 5.
All right.
Once we blow it up, do you see where that arrow is in 5 kilo? If we could blow it up a little bit more. All right. And would you describe for the jury which of these houses is 1428 Adele Avenue after we get gray box out of the screen?
The one with the cars in the driveway.
And would you tell the jury, are you able to describe front door of the house is?
The front door would be right there where those bushes.
We put the arrow over the bush.
That's the front door.
And is that the door or the different door that you answered at 3:30?
That's the door.
And does that door face Adele Avenue?
Yes.
In relation to that door, would you describe which side of the house your room was on?
Straight.
Straight back?
Yes.
Were you ever able to see how many bullet holes ended up being in y'all's house that day?
I wouldn't say I seen it that day.
I mean, later on, were you able to see how many bullet holes?
Yes.
Approximately how many did you see?
I never counted them.
Was it more than 3?
Yes.
Do you know if it got up to as many as 10?
I'm not sure.
Do you know if that house had any bullet holes in it before?
No, ma'am.
that day?
Can I have a tissue? Thank you.
Ms. Bell, had you heard or had you ever experienced gunfire in the, was it 10 years?
Yes.
That you lived there before that day?
No.
Do you know, or did you call 911?
No.
Do you have any memory of who, if anyone, called 911 in your house?
No.
Do you remember talking to anybody before the ambulance came? Do you remember having any
No.
conversation? The 911 call. And does your nephew, who at the time was 25, at the time in April 2015, did he have a child himself?
Yes.
Did you know the mother of your 25-year-old nephew's child? And by no, I don't mean like had a relationship with her, I mean, did you know who she was?
I may have seen her.
Did she live, did you know where she lived?
No.
Had you ever visited her
No.
house? Do you know if she lived in an apartment house like y'all's or something different?
I'm not sure.
Are you at all familiar with Drew Drive?
Yes.
How are you familiar with Drew Drive?
Well, everybody knows the old Perry home.
It's the old Perry homes. And had you ever driven or gone to that area generally?
No.
Do you have any idea how far it was from where you lived on Adele?
No.
Do you know whether your nephew's child's mother lived?
Objection, Your Honor, as to short decision.
Overruled as to that.
Do you know whether your 25-year-old nephew's child's mother lived in that area?
No, I didn't know.
When you say you didn't know, are you talking about in 2015?
At that time, no, I didn't.
Do you now know whether she did?
I did after everything happened.
And in April 2015, can you tell the jury today, in April 2015, did your nephew's child mother live on Jew Drive? Yeah.
Yes.
Did you drive at that time?
No.
Did your sister drive?
She drives.
Now, the cars in the driveway of States 5KK, are those, that's not your car? Is
No.
that your car?
No.
All right. Is that your sister's car?
No.
All right. Do you remember what kind of car your sister drove? April 28th, 2020.
Pacifica.
Pacifica?
Yes.
Is that a van, Chrysler Pacifica
Yeah.
or something? Okay. Do you remember what color it was?
It was like a blue.
Blue?
Yes.
Any idea of whether it was dark, light?
It was light blue.
Okay. Do you know at the time that you were shot, do you know if there were any other cars in your driveway that you remember?
No.
When the ambulance came, do you remember where it was parked when you got in?
No.
Did you ever see any shell casings outside the house?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see any bullets inside the house?
No.
Are you able to tell the jury where in the house you saw a bullet hole? Generally speaking, not necessarily exact places.
I'm gonna say a picture window, which we call a picture window. And that's old, but it was a picture window in my bedroom wall.
Do I have, is a picture window like over the sink in the kitchen or something?
No, the picture window is the first window when
First one.
at the front door.
And did you at all ever see who it was that fired those rounds in y'all's house?
No, I didn't.
Just 1 second. I'm gonna play for you, Ms. Bell, what's already been admitted as Stacy's exhibit. 4KK, 4 kilo alpha. And if you could tell me if you recognize the voice of the person speaking first after the option.
Put that weed out. I'm going.
Atlanta 911, operator 6587, what's the address of your emergency?
Someone just turned a shot on my house and my auntie got shot.
Okay.
And stopping at 14 seconds in.
Good gracious, man.
Do you recognize the voice of the person?
I think that's my niece.
The niece that lived with you?
No.
Okay, a different niece?
Yes.
Whose child was that niece?
Oh, wait, let me take that back. I'm not sure. It sounded like.
All right, we're gonna play a little bit more. Okay?
Okay, let me hear it again. She said.
Yes, keep playing.
Okay, what's the address?
1428
1428.
Adele Avenue.
I recognize the voice.
You're not in your head, so we can pause. Is that the niece that lived with you or just
The niece to deal with me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bell. Just 1 minute. I think that's all I have right now. Thank you.
All right, do any of the defense attorneys have questions for this witness?
behalf of Ms. Williams, we have no questions.
Anybody?
Really? Oh, my bad. I just knew they were going to.
All right, Ms. Bell, thank you for your time and you are excused.
Wow. Okay. I literally just said they were going to do that.
We need a break? Okay, let's take a restroom convenience.
We don't need a
break.
restroom break. Let's keep going.
And y'all have your next witness lined up, okay?
All right. So it's been an hour and a half. Man, I'm doing terrible, man. I'm doing terrible with my poll questions, man. What's going on? I'm doing horrible. I got fixes. I ain't come up with a better poll question. I hope not, man. Leave these people alone. I think you might be right, Daquita. I hope not, though.
I'm not sure where Mr. Atkins went, but I just wanted to make sure that the redactions that we talked about previously on those CAD reports got made.
I will forward that information.
So maybe, talk to Mr. Atkins about that since those were exhibits he used.
Yes,
All right. Anything else? Ma'am? Did somebody else say something? Okay. All right, let's take our recess, be back whenever the jury's back.
Wait, what?
10 minutes or so.
She getting real comfortable. Yeah, I think, okay. If you have the 911 call, you had the CAD reports, you had the call, you had the reporter, the operator, that seems like enough in my mind, I'm thinking. But I don't think it's necessary to bring anybody else. You had the woman that got shot, which was, pretty serious right there. I don't think they need anything else, but that's just me. Okay, let's see. Apparently, okay, I'm just looking through, make sure didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. I hope they don't call somebody else related to this. I do think it was pointless. I don't see, no one's arguing that they didn't shoot. However, if maybe this is the retaliation, but Sledge has already said that they did. So I don't think that's a lap too far. I think we've already crossed that bridge, in my opinion. But what about y'all? What y'all thinking? Let me see. The niece. So you think they are going to call the niece? Oh my goodness. I don't know why Love is standing there with a microphone in her vicinity and not using it. I have no idea why she's doing that. Right, but this is a Sledge, but Sledge has already said that this happened. It doesn't need to be cooperated. We know it happened. In my opinion, maybe I'm missing something. What I'm not missing, however, is shout out to Malika. Thank you so much for the 199 super DWC. Thank you for your content. Thank you for hanging in there with us and coming by every day. I appreciate it. And of course, thank you so much, Miss Mandy says, why is Love screaming? Love is loud love. Love hurts. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, why are you screaming, friend? Like, take it down a notch. Calm down. I am surprised that Love didn't throw that woman in jail, though. So let's pray she don't get thrown in jail for not telling about the nephew. But what was the purpose of the ages? Somebody make that make sense. What was the purpose of that? All these witnesses should have gone before Sledge. I can dig that. Yeah, I can see that. I can dig it. Yes, niece, because the aunt authenticated her voice on the call before the state rested. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Loud love. All right, so gang ages. Okay. All right. I can dig it. Love had some goose this morning. Yeah, I'm still not seeing the purpose of it unless unless they're what, unindicted co-conspirators or whatever. I don't see the purpose of it, but I'm understanding what you're saying. I just don't know if I agree fully. Okay, let's see what Deere says over here. Sledge has introduced the overt act. Then they have to prove said act happened. Okay. All right. Okay. I can dig that. That makes sense. Interesting. Okay. She's insinuating that Sledge shot at her, unlike being shot by, I'm shot at by others. Okay. Do you have to retire from a gang at a certain age? I don't know if they have like a gang retirement program. I don't know. I didn't understand that either, Black Fitness. Where was the niece when auntie opened the door and let the guys in? I don't understand that. It was very weird. I wasn't trying to hold the grandmother responsible for, but I didn't understand like where were people at in this story? I don't think she proved anything. I agree. No, 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 no. Not even a little bit. We're not discounting that the woman was shot. We're only trying to figure out like we're trying to put together the story since Love is not doing a fantastic job, Megan, of putting the story together. We're putting it together. It's making sense. This is the shooting, the drive-by that Antonio Sledge talked about last week or at the beginning of this week. And okay, so that makes sense. And now all that, right. I just don't know if we need to hear witness upon witness upon witness concerning this, but I mean, they might convince me of that. Oh, I like Michael Moore Monroe. I was thinking about this. He said, I think the strategy for not recross is because they'll both be forgotten pretty quick. Yeah, I agree. Whereas like the Infinity guy, they had that video of the car and they used that as like the slam dunk. Well, they had to cross and recross and redirect and redirect to put away anything that he might have damage he've done. This woman right here and the 911 operator is not necessary to do that. I can dig that. All right, I'm sorry, we're trying to read. Okay, see, that's kind of where I'm thinking. Like it's already been said. Antonio said it, big chested that this happened. So I don't know what's the purpose of having to reprove it, but it is what it is. I got you. Yeah, the person who shot her is not being tried. I don't think they have a gang retirement program, but if they did, we can make that happen for sure. All right, let's see. I definitely think the questions that okay, legal people, legal minds. Is this necessary to go through all of these individual steps in the beginning? How old you are, where do you live? Is the house on the north side or the south side of the street? And this and other. Can't do they have to ask questions like that? It just seems like you're it just seems dragging on, like it's dragging on. And it definitely does not help with what they're trying to do, I don't think. Think about what Megan just said in the chat. Okay, let me see. Let me go back and see what Megan just said. Make sure. Okay. That is how they want the jury to hear it. And what did Megan say? She said the lady was shot. Are we discounting this? Okay. Okay. Look, I can totally dig it. My only issue is anybody arguing that she wasn't shot? And I don't think they were. And are the people that are at this table guilty for that being shot? Okay. Lots of good commentary back and forth. Yeah, I don't think we said anybody said she was allegedly shot. I think everybody agrees that she was shot. Okay. This is the thing I don't get. Like, we don't know who actually did that crime. We don't know who did it. It is a good picture about how, you know, gang life and gang crime activities affect other people. Okay, I can dig it. Why are you like this, Kiana? Why are you like this? All right. They retire in prison. Okay, I got you. Oh, that's right. Zachary might be next. Oh, you're saying, oh, so you're saying the niece is coming next. Okay, all right. It's a building foundation. I get it. Yeah, I agree. I understand. Let me say it like that. I understand. So if I, as a prosecuting attorney, were getting up and I said, "Hey, Malika, thank you so much for coming in. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself from maybe how you got here to Atlanta and allow you to talk?" I said, "Man, thank you so much for telling that story. Now, can you tell me how you ended up finding yourself living, or did you live at 123 Main Street? Can you tell us how you ended up living at 123 Main Street?" Okay. Yeah, all right. It just seemed like you would get all those things done without going step upon step upon step. Maybe it just seems like it would work better, in my opinion. I think she was saying nobody else lived there permanently. I think that's what KW4. I think she said nobody lived there permanently. What did KW4 said? Didn't the witness say nobody was there but her and her sister, or did I miss when they came over? I think that's what she was trying to say. But again, I don't know why they're not using microphones. That's just silly. But oh, they're back. They're back. Let's go. Let's go. But they're having a little powwow up there. Look, y'all, guys, y'all got to get going. Let's go. I got lunch plans. We got to move. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you can hear. Okay. Okay. I can dig it then, Monica. Thank you. Okay. I guess that's just how it is then. Makes sense. Oh man, that dear Quita got me. She said, "You're leading." And number two, the rule is never ask questions you don't know the answer to. So if you say, "Can you tell me," when you don't know exactly when, the answer would be, "Okay, all right." I was just trying to shake it up a little bit. I was just trying to make it a little bit more interesting. I'll take it. I'll accept that. Dear Dequita said, "Look, you ain't gonna come up in here be leading these witnesses, Whitaker. She ain't gonna let me lead these witnesses." She's like, "Look, you better give these yes or no answers." What was the purpose of turning the camera on, y'all? What was the purpose? All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, I believe Adams. I do believe Adams is older than Steele. I believe that. All right, what else we got? It looks like I don't think this is the party house, but it could be. So don't quote me on that. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some crazy what you call it? There's gonna be some crazy objections. Yeah, this is the 5-minute break. This is the UGC, UGT time, the Euro Glanville time. Jury must be exhausted. Adams takes a lot of heat from Whitaker. Oh, for sure. There you go. Euro Glanville time, UGT. Why y'all picking on grandma? Because she auntie, she just needed a little something to tide her over. That was it. UGT time, Euro Glanville time. Just a little nip, just something right there. Take the edge off. Well, we got to count the objections only when they're actually talking. But I like it though. y'all love picking on this woman about this bottle. She was just, hey, she just needed just a little something to help her go to sleep. That was it. Sledge dropped them off twice. Okay. Oh, that was a good question. I don't know who that was. She said, who was Niece talk to? And she said, put that weed out. I know nephew and friends didn't stick around for the police. Good question. Leslie Hunter says the witness did say so it was just her and her sister there. But when she answered the door, it was her nephews came home. She opened the door and then went back to her room and then was shot. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's see. Make the screen big. Get ready for that. Okay. Well, Love wasn't using a microphone last time, so she has that standalone mic that she got from Main Street Baptist. She has that mic. She should use it because she was about to give it to the woman to use. I need her to use that microphone. Arian, the vegetarian, what'd you say? Oops, I wasn't applying that logic to the last witness we just saw. Don't mind me. Oh, what'd you say? Now I gotta see what you said. Now I gotta go back and look. Ay, ay, ay. All right. What's Simply Renee saying? I would love to see the defense object to every word, every other word that comes out of Love's mouth. Use her favorite one is vague. Oh, there's gonna be payback for sure. What they call it, get back. There's gonna be get back for sure. Uh-oh, Project Band shirt says she's wearing her YSL shoes today. Hope I don't get a charge. You can catch a charge. All right. Lots of good conversation. Well, thank you so much. Try not to kill anybody, Swank. Try not to kill anybody. She got it from Main Street Baptist. Absolutely. You know she did. That's fine. Main Street Kojic AME. Absolutely. But like she has it, like just going to use it. You already went and got it. You was flexing mad, flexing with it. Go ahead and just use it and be done and stop being difficult. This is being difficult because air is free. That's it. All right, now I gotta go see what Arian the vegetarian said. Oh, here he goes. It's kind of like Hilton and Woody. She had to ask him the questions she knew she was going to get an answer to in order for the videos she was quoting from to be entered into the
Get
record.
done, and we'll pick
Okay.
back up.
Yeah, that's good. I got you.
With the jury again. So sorry about witnesses you may have had here, but just have them in the morning instead. Okay. All right, we'll be in recess till 2.
What? What happened? Recess till 2? Wait. Wait. What do we do? Hold on. Somebody jump over on what in the world? She just said recess until 2. Hold on. I gotta figure it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna jump over. We're gonna jump over and see what Sylvia is talking about. And I'm gonna. Okay, did I miss something, y'all? What did Judge Whitaker say? She just said literally recess until 2:00. Mistrial. Love doesn't have the witness there and ready. Color me surprised. Please tell me I'm supposed to be surprised. Love wasn't ready. Wow. Okay. Wait, all right. Hold on. All right. How about this one as a strategy? The defense knew that Love wasn't ready. That's why they did not go with they didn't ask any questions. Because they could have asked some questions, but maybe they said, we know you don't have your next witness ready. And so to make you look bad and to press Judge Whitaker to do something, we're gonna just let it pass. So now that third witness that they should have had was not there, and now she got exposed. Because if they had done what she was hoping they would do, which is ask the 911 operator, I bet you that's what happened. If they were going to ask the 911 operator something, that would have took more time. That would have brought Granny or Auntie up there a little bit later. Then that would have gave more time if they'd asked questions. So by 2:00, the witness would have been there. No, they didn't do that. Ah, that might have been it. That might be why they didn't ask any questions. Because, yeah, I mean, somebody should have. What does Monica say? Monica said, maybe the DA expected cross-examination because it went quicker. That's fair, but she's always been told you got to have your witnesses ready. You got to have witnesses ready. Remember that. We watched it this morning. So even if the defense doesn't ask a question, that does not absolve them from needing to have. All right, so I'm waiting to see if Sylvia tells us something about what happened. Maybe that's what happened. That I'm going to go on a limb and say that's what happened. Because remember, who controls the speed of the trial? It is the state. And if the state has 45 witnesses lined up, then they got 45 witnesses ready to go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. But they didn't. I bet you that's what happened. Mistrial. As much as I'm not holding out hope, but it is what it is. You try to tell us. Well, here. All right, y'all. We're going to do something different. I'm dropping a link in the chat if y'all want to turn your camera on and jump in. I ain't mad at you, Sylvia, with your little graphics. Let me tell you about these graphics. Okay, I'm waiting to see what Sylvia says. She hasn't said anything. Nobody's really said anything. That's why love was dragging. See, that's starting to make sense now. All right, we're going to jump over to Kat. Is AV on today? AV should be on today. I have a witness list, I think. But I don't think I have it ready. Hold on one second. Monica, if you want to jump on, let's see what Kat's saying.
Wasn't prepared with something evidentiary related, or they maybe figured out that they were going to try to introduce something that was never disclosed as something we're going to try to bring in through these next witnesses. And now we have to raise an issue with the judge, and the judge is like, well, this is going to take some time to figure out. We need to just send the jury home. This is not good. They just had a whole day yesterday to deal with evidence issues. Oh, man. Crazy.
All right, we're going to jump into Kat.
I don't know, unless they absolutely need to call a specific witness next. I don't think a witness is the issue. Let's pull up and see if we get any feedback from Joseph Pat. Oh, okay, a juror issue.
Okay, somebody's saying a jury issue.
So apparently the break will be longer and the jury will be dismissed for the day. Whitaker said the break will be until 2. Court will resume with jurors tomorrow with the state's upcoming witness. It seems that something is going on with a juror, so Whitaker decided to just dismiss them for the day and continue tomorrow with the state's witness. And super shout out to Rose for the ping. So there you go, you guys. That's the update there.
Really?
So,
that's convenient, though.
Interesting.
I'm going to call convenience.
I mean, to be honest, the look on their faces on that sidebar seemed like it was something more significant than a juror. Yes, Colleen. Colleen with the 5 says, anyone catch love with the Carmela Soprano beckoning hand gesture? 1,000%. And then I don't know who she was beckoning because nobody from the state went up there. Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking that wouldn't explain why they're not back till 2.
Right. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Jury excuse seems to be coming in fast all the time.
Maybe it was a double issue.
What if I tell Kat to come on and then we can stream back and forth?
The most I see here is from Joseph Papp, who says that it seems like something is going on with the juror, so they're dismissing the jury for the day. But yeah. So there we go. Oh yeah, my banner. Banner.
All right. This is craziness.
There we go. That's updated. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, so we have something up with the jurors. That's kind of where we're getting. And I do think they'll probably go back to, using the time for the rest of the day, 2 to 5. And we can stream that. I think they're just probably going to use the time for evidentiary issues this afternoon, which is fine. They'll probably do 3 hours or so, and we'll see if Love got any homework accomplished.
None.
Maybe they can finally discuss some of these long things. Yeah, that's true. She didn't bring them back, read them instructions or anything like that. That's true. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Then
It just seemed like the go-to is something's wrong with the jury.
there you go. So we'll linger here and we'll see. Steven Satchel says Love has a future as a Foley artist for movies, doing the sound effects. Some of that stuff is cool, by the way, you guys. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it, like watching how they come up with weird sound effects for movies or how they record it to capture it so it sounds like it's really happening in real time when it's being recorded, but really like there could be pre-recorded door slam noises. Really, really cool stuff. Definitely suggest if you want to go down a rabbit hole of YouTube content to look up Foley artists. But yeah, that is what she sounded like when she did that automatopoeia of an AK.
That was funny. Okay.
Army nurse. Army nurse for the 2 says Love forgot to ask for the color of the bullet. Stop. Oh my gosh. 10 more questions just about something that the lady's not going to capably be able to answer.
Okay.
Mulatto Gato says Ambulance. That always makes me think of the song Black Betty.
It's interesting. Miss Sylvia ended her
This is the
post.
20
Her
gifted memberships.
stream.
Thank you again so much. That's super generous of you. And that's 20 new green Chat Rico gang members. Cat Chat Rico gang members.
All right.
Unless, I think there's got to be some kind of both, unless maybe the extra time until 3 or 2, the 3 hours is we want to argue some evidentiary stuff. So can you use a couple hours to get stuff together? Like you guys have some prep time and then we'll come back at 2 after you've had that time to do some work. Then we can work on evidentiary issues. So maybe the only real issue is the jury has to be dismissed today because of a juror issue. And the judge said, look, we've got about 6 hours of court day left. Take 3 to get your homework done. And then let's start going over the homework for the last 3. So maybe that's just what it is. FFS says, Cat, no worries. I'll laugh for you. I'm laughing my butt off here without shots to the butt. No pun intended. Yeah, I feel bad. That poor lady. She's got to come on national TV talking about how she got shot at all and then shot in the butt. Like, that's, like, I always wonder, like, when I die, whatever the mechanism of my death is, I just hope it's not embarrassing. I don't want, you imagine like the tombstone. It's like, here lies blah, 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 died from like something silly. Like, I think legacy is great. I think it's not a great thing to get shot, of course, but to get shot in your butt and then have to say out loud that you were shot in your butt. It's just an extra layer of, it just makes me feel sad. Carrie Colton says, I'm sure surprised she didn't point her finger at the same time as the sound effect, you mean? Oh no. Was it like this? Or was it like that? So I just ran in. What's the Danny DeVito meme? She should have just pulled up the Danny DeVito meme on the screen and said, was it like this? Oh man, this trial. Mixed chick with the summary here says, Love shows no compassion or empathy for anyone. Love is even getting an aggressive tone with the victim. I can't stand her. And I'm glad that didn't go on and on. If that was a multi-day witness, Love would have done something to really put the witness over the edge for no reason. Totally no reason. Thank you so much, Mixed Chick. And then Penny G had gifted 5. You guys know the drill. Penny G in the chat. Lottie B says, I hate that her name is love. Yeah, this is a common thing that we're seeing a lot of people say. She totally ruined that word for me. When someone says I love you, I'll be like, what did you just call me? Oh no. And it's like,
All right. I'm trying to.
it's a sign that we're really tuned in on this trial. The association is just so strong now with the word love now meaning her name. I've been in the same boat when I've tried to write the word love. I'm like, let me specify that I'm talking about the lowercase. So I definitely get you. Thank you for the, I don't know what DKK is. Denmark,
Cronin.
but what does it stand for? I gotta Google it. Oh, like a krona. Is it krona?
It's Krona.
It's a Danish krona. Very cool. Very cool. Now I know. Thank you, Lottie B.
Yeah, I don't see any news in here.
Weinstein motion should be adopted ASAP. And yeah, I mean, this isn't really like a foreseen or preventable circumstance, I would imagine. And I mean, shout out, we did get through 2 witnesses in that time, so that's kind of
See,
refreshing.
Filipino girl, you're with
in
me.
the beginning of the trial, when they were going through these detectives calling police officers, people that really only lay out timestamps and reports, we got through several witnesses per day. It's really like these bigger witnesses like Woody, and then Walter Murphy was on the stand forever. Gaither was on the stand for a long time because there were so many sidebars, long bench conferences. But a lot of, I think, who we're going to see called until we get to Thorpe, I think will be pretty quick. And it'll be really refreshing for you guys that haven't seen more productive days in this trial so far. I think the lack of productivity, again, is a unplanned circumstance. And let me double check here. Anything new? No.
Yeah, I'm just reading. I'm reading Joseph Papp as well. That's
Yeah,
all.
just solidifying that it's a jury issue. So.
That just seems so convenient. Ugh.
And no, I have not covered where Doo-Wop is. That's, what's his name, Justin Cobb. The state doesn't seem to know where he is. They haven't found him. He hasn't been arrested. So they're just saying he's on the run. But that's definitely very interesting. If you guys watched the plea hearing for the severed co-defendants, it was back in June. Hilton was delivering, all the statements and arguments. She seemed like she really did not want to say on that day, as if they were still looking for him up until the last minute. She didn't really want to say in court that day that they still couldn't find him. I'll find a link to that. I can drop a link if you guys want to watch that before we come back till 2. But definitely interesting that they have no idea where Justin Cobb is. But, we're still probably going to hear some evidence about him. And it'll be a good time. Another wasted day on stuff related to a co-defendant that has not been caught and is not sitting in this trial courtroom, and it could be confusing to the jury, but it can come in somehow because of the RICO charge. So that'll be a time. If you hear the name Doo-Wop, they are talking about Justin Cobb, who has not been arrested because they can't find him. So good times all around. Esquire, shout out for the super sticker. Good to see you. And then Nameless in chat, Cat, you rock. You smell jealous. Thank you for the 2. Peter Ortiz says, good morning. Let's
Good
hope for
morning,
short
everybody.
questions and
Okay,
less
so I'm looking through.
objections. I know. Wish in one hand and in the other. You know what, Peter Ortiz? You came in here with high optimism.
So
and
I
then
was
2
looking
minutes
through and I
later,
don't
they
see
recessed for
anything
3
else
hours.
has happened. So I
Thank
was
you
looking
for the
at Kat's
20,
channel just to see if
guys, to
anybody
be
jumped
fair,
through,
though, at least
and nothing.
maybe we'll get something productive done
We
from
all
2
got
to
the
5.
same amount of
That would
information.
be
Let me say it like
refreshing
that.
too.
So I'm
DD
gonna
Shep
do.
became a member. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna do my project I
Oh,
was gonna do
Pippi,
this
shout out to Pippi.
afternoon.
Pippi's being lazy because there's only been 1 squeak today. So not much
With you
activity
all.
for the dogs listening for the squeaky toys out there. Tamika, good to see you, says, thanks for whomever said how to super chat an iPhone. Yeah, shout out to you Apple users. They're trying to lock you out. Thank you so much, Tamika. And then Pierre Nesmith says the bib she's wearing. Wait, the bib
I had
shoes
already
are-
sent Sylvia a text,
Oh, the ruffles, not the plaid.
so I'm gonna send it to her again.
I get the European court thing now. I got you, Pierre. Thank you. Michelle Warden decided to slime somebody, so new gifted membership. Thank you, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. I know you had a lot. I would be anxious too, I can imagine, with the kids in the school,
All
everything
right, so
you had to deal
I
with
sent
yesterday. So
Sylvia
I hope
another
you're doing better
message
today. Good
and
to
just
see
wanted
you.
to see if she wanted to hop on. She may
And
or
then
may not.
Jake Kellerman, so the seat change, it seems like what I've heard is contraband issues. I was relayed, thank you to She Loves Fantasy and a few other members in the chat, relaying from Sylvia that it seems
All
to
right,
be contraband issues
so let's
and
do
it
this.
involves Rodalius Ryan. So that's a mess. That's the young looking co-defendant, Mr. Williams and Miss Abbasi's client. That is Rodalius Ryan, and it appears that they had some intel. They thought he was sneaking contraband. That's all I know about it. That's all I've heard. But most of the seats have been switched around. They
All
just
right,
moved.
let's switch this. Hold on, let me get rid of this real quick. That's playing in the background. Okay, so what I was gonna do was go over the indictments. So let's do that while we're waiting. So we got a little bit of, well, at least we're gonna use our time wisely. We're gonna use our time wisely, get some things done. So these are the defendants and the charges that they're being charged with. So of course, um, these are the ones that are on trial. And of course, right here, count one, we'll find out exactly what that is. But we got Quay, Yak Gotti, Quay, Lil Rod, Shannon Jackson, aka SB, and Jeffrey Williams, aka Slime, Young Thug. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act of Georgia. I think that's a Georgia code, not, yeah, I believe that's a Georgia code, not a federal code. All right, so there's 6 of those men. Actually, there are only 6 people. So there's 6 people that are hit with this charge. So that's everybody. You still here? Wait, you still here? Wait, did I cut it off? I think I did. Hopefully you meant that earlier. Okay. I'm going to check it. I saw the email. We watch YouTube, and I will definitely get at it in a moment. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, the song is already created? Oh, wait, I didn't get that part. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. You've already created the song? We watch YouTube? Good gracious. I didn't realize that that's what you meant. We got options? Yo. We watch YouTube is amazing. Okay. All right. Here, let's do this. Because we're kind of, it's not a video, it's just a song. Okay, not a problem. Just 3 choices. Not a problem. I'm downloading them now. Wow. So earlier, MR Tex or MCAR Tex Cali is what I call them, put up some lyrics, the song that never ends, and called it the trial that never ends. Well, I screenshotted it and sent it over to We Watch YouTube and said, hey, got a little project for you. I did not expect, wow. Way to go. So We Watch YouTube has already put together the songs. Oh my gosh, I did not expect this, my friend. Okay, so let me real quick make sure I bring it in so it'll play properly. But shout out to We Watch YouTube. We Watch YouTube. If you like the best live chat on the planet video, of course that comes from We Watch YouTube. If you watch the As the Peach Rots intro for this channel, guess what? That comes from YouTube. We Watch YouTube. It's been a great contributor and supporter of the channel. And now is dropped us some little bit of music. All right, so let me add these 3 to the stream so we can, as soon as they get done, we'll be ready to go. But there's no music, there's no video to them. So I should not have put them in the video part. I should put them in the music part, because that makes sense. Very funny. All right, and if you're wondering, like, okay, well, why is Jason filibustering? What happened? So apparently they had an issue with a juror. And I think it's kind of interesting that they did not, Judge Whitaker, basically they went on break, and then there was some issue with the juror, and then they sent everybody home, told the lawyers to be back at 2. But if you notice, Judge Whitaker did not give any instructions to the jurors. So she didn't pull them back in to instruct them not to engage in social media, not to be doing their own personal research, whatever. That's kind of weird if she sent them home. So I don't know what to do with that. All right, but I know what I'm going to do. We're going to look at this video from, these songs from We Watch YouTube, and let's here, let me make a link. Let me make a poll very quickly and see which ones that you like. We're going to do a little, which one do you like most? And then we'll play them. And I have not heard them yet. So we're going to all learn together. This is going to be crazy. I know it's going to be crazy, because We Watch YouTube is super creative. So I'm only expecting this to be a knee slapper for sure. All right, let's go. All right. Do my little poll. Let's do a little quick poll. Which one do you like? Question 1, 2, or 3. Which did you like? 1, 2, or 3. Okay. You, of course, haven't heard those yet. So you can, of course, you'll have to answer those later. So let us go. Let us go. Thank you so much. We Watch YouTube. Here we go.
This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
That one's going to be hard to beat. I don't even know what the next one is, but that one's going to be hard to beat. I'm already going to say it. That one's pretty fire. All right, here we go. This is iteration 2. I like it, but I definitely number one is still cooking. Number one was cooking. All right, let's see. This is the last one.
This is the trial never ends and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial never ends and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial never ends and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial never ends and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
I like that first one. What y'all think? What y'all think? Let's look at the poll. Let's look at the poll. Oh, the one is cooking. Yeah, I like the first one. This will give me some Euro rage beat vibes.
This is the trial never ends and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
All right, okay, I think the general consensus is this one right here.
And it goes on and on, my friends.
This is
Some
ridiculous
people
out
start
there.
pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
I'm sorry. I need a slime. Yes, we need a trap remix.
This is the trial
Please.
that never ends, and it
If we
goes
get a trap
on and
remix,
on, my
I'm sorry.
friends. Some
We are
people start
going to be
pleading
on
out and pleading
some
just
award show.
because, and
Absolutely. We're going to all be brought up on Rico charges.
forever
Please.
just because.
We need a trap beat to this. I like it. Okay, definitely, unequivocally, number one is my jam. Y'all, do me a favor. Y'all, hold on. We watch YouTube. Can you please put your Cash App in here? I'm sorry. I got to make sure I don't let this slide. Can you put your Cash App in here? I got mine open right now. I need to make sure, because you have been a blessing to this community with your music and all that kind of stuff like that. And I should not let too many seconds transgress. Put your Cash App in there right now, in the chat. Y'all, just do me a favor. Put WWYT in the chat, please. WWYT in the chat. Just go ahead. Let's let them know that we very much appreciate facts and evidence. There we go. Thank you. I'm going to make sure we do this right now, because you have just been an immense blessing, and I've had a great time working with you. Thank you so much. This one right here is amazing. Can you please? But now I am going to ask also, can we please get a trap remix though? We need a slime. We need a slat remix. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is what the world needs. The world needs this song with a trap remix. Come on, make it happen. Make it happen. Captain. Absolutely. That is hilarious. Now, I was also thinking about some video options as well. So I got some things in my mind, but that right there is the best. Let me finish playing it while we're sitting here cracking jokes. And I am looking, the reason I'm closing out turn my camera off, because I'm spending time looking, trying to see if I can find any more evidence of what happened today. So real quick.
And it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started bleeding out and bleeding just because. And they'll continue doing it forever just because. We're doing. This is the trial that never ends. And it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started bleeding out and bleeding just because. And they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends. And it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started bleeding out and bleeding just because. And they'll continue doing it forever just because.
Amazing. Yes, and please, we need a slime remix of this. We need these shenanigans. We absolutely do. I love it. Okay, I'm looking high and I'm looking low. I'm looking all over these internet streets, and I'm not getting anything more concrete than a juror issue. Uh, hold on. Okay. I'm looking to see if I can find anything else about what are these shenanigans that are happening here. At the current moment, I don't have anything. So let's see what we got. Slat us out. This is hilarious. Well, the song itself, the song itself is a child song. So we got a trap remix on the way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, let me see. Yeah, I don't see anybody else. There, I'm trying to see if anyone else is commenting about this, and I don't see any. So I'm gonna take it that there's no new updates on it yet. No real updates. There's a lot of people just giving it 2 cents like we are, but I want somebody to explain what has actually happened. Man, they are actually selling the sweater that Young Thug is wearing. People are posting the link to the sweater. This thing is helping everybody come up except the right people. How long it took me to grow my beard? I've been growing my beard for this is just the length that it grows, so it won't grow much longer than this. So I've been growing my beard, what, about 7 years? Yeah, I've had a beard for about 7 years. So I'm trying to think. It's probably 8. 8 would be good. Wait, and please shoot me an email if you do change it. We watch YouTube while I'm looking over here to see if anything. Okay, nothing else. Nobody is verifiable saying anything else about this. So I have no idea what happened. I want to know what happened. That's what I want to know. All right. And I'm going to look and see if Sylvia's coming back. She did not come back. Oh, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it because they need to hear it. Yeah, I don't think there was any witnesses available. And it just seems convenient that they had a juror issue. You don't see her bring the jury back in and admonish them like, "Hey, don't be doing this stuff, this, that, and the other." It's just juries that just didn't sound right. Yeah, I think yeah, it just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of good commentary from you all. Thank you so much. It just doesn't make sense. It just does not jive with what makes sense to me. So I need to understand why is it that you send everybody home, but the lawyers are still going to stay there and they got to be back at 2 o'clock. Why? That doesn't make sense. But you sent the jury home. That would be very interesting. Um, all right. Sending out a couple of emails, sending out some smoke signals. Trying to see if I get anything back. Anything back. Okay. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's a suspect. This does not seem right. Something does not seem right. I'll add my Keith Sweat, something, something, something just ain't right sound effect. Because something just don't seem right. Okay. If you were on my channel last night for the members only live chat, shout out to all of the members. I really appreciate how you all have been supporting the channel and being the backbone of support. I've mentioned that I'm trying to add more value. So I'm doing my best to get you some interviews, not just with young YSL, by the way. Not every interview is going to gravitate around or around the circle around YSL. But I'm working on getting y'all some good interviews, and I got one email just now. So stay tuned. Just stay tuned for everybody. That's for everybody. The interviews are for everyone. So just know that I'm working on getting you all some good quality interviews that will be that will add value, different voices, different faces, and such like that. So hopefully you all be like, yo, this is well worth it. When he ain't talking about YSL, he's hitting the ball out the park with these other things like that. Oh my gosh, Kristen, you just got it. Oh my gosh, you have missed a morning. Wow, you have missed the shenanigans of the morning. Somebody's gonna have to fill her in. We've had shenanigans this morning already, and it's not even 11:30 good. So, but back to my point, yeah, I'm definitely trying to get you all some high quality interviews. And I did mention last night on the live stream, Courtney Kramer has not replied back. She was going to come on. She wanted to come on today, but she never replied back to tell me, would she be able to come on at the time that I asked for? And of course, was she committing to it? Because I don't want to have you all sitting here waiting or thinking that she's going to come and she hasn't come or she didn't come. So, long story short, if she reaches out to me and says she can come on, it will be there will be no advance notice because I don't want you all waiting around. So, long story short, she's gonna have to be on camera before I actually tell everybody that I'm doing a live stream with her because I don't want her to say she's gonna come and you all be ready. You got your popcorn popped, you ready to hear a good conversation, and she don't show up. That's super foul. That bothers me as a person, as a content creator. A lot of you all said it'll be okay. You wouldn't hold me accountable for it. I would be bothered by it. And so it's gonna bother me. That being the case, I said, when she comes on camera, I know you here. I'm letting everybody know that we're going live. So, or I'm just going to pre-record it because I just don't want y'all to not get, again, the value add. My point is to add value to this conversation. So you got another one already? You are amazing. No way. No way. I'm checking my email right now. way. Wow. Okay. All right. So here y'all, we watch YouTube is out of control today. Okay. All right. We watch YouTube. Now there's 2 new ones now, everybody. So we got that number 1. Everybody seemed to like that first one. Let me add these to the mix. And Kristen, I know you just popping in. You're like, what in the world are we doing today? We are way off task today. We are super duper off task this fine day. All right. Oh, crackers. They all get the same names. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, here's this one right here. I'm assuming this is probably the other one. They all have very similar names. Yeah, okay, got them. Got it. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. We're usually talking about YSL on days like this, but today, because I'm pretty certain this is a stall tactic, I feel comfortable as some kind of stall tactic. Something happened in court, and Judge Whitaker sent the jury home and told the attorneys to be back at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So because of that, I've been scouring the interweb to try to find out what happened and get a little bit more details on what's happened. But one of our fantastic supporters of the channel, We Watch YouTube right here. Okay, We Watch YouTube is a fantastic creator, makes really fun videos. If you like my best live chat on the planet video, We Watch YouTube. If you like the As a Peach Rots videos that we were doing earlier, season 1 and all the way through season 4, is We Watch YouTube. Anyway, We Watch YouTube has come up with a theme song for this trial. I think it's fair to say we'll call it the theme song for this trial. So with no further ado, we're gonna go ahead and play. We've already played 3 of them, and now these are the slimed out versions of this of the theme. So with no further ado.
This is the trial. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
I'm literally afraid to listen to the next one. I'm literally afraid. My hands are sweating. My heart is beating. I don't want to listen to the next one because this one right here was out of control. What is wrong? What is up with you? We watch YouTube. What is going on? Do we need to talk? Do you need to come talk? Like, do you need a hug? What that was crazy. Oh my gosh. And oh, by the way, and I do apologize. I did say that We Watch YouTube created the lyrics, and that is not true. And I apologize. Thank you for that. I do apologize. I did misspeak. Texas Cali actually wrote the lyrics. So I apologize. I'm trying to find your name. I don't see it in here, but please forgive me for that. Okay. All right, let's do it. Here it comes. It's the last one. Wow. That one right there was, look, don't be surprised when it's Young Thug featuring We Watch YouTube in your next video. Wow, that one was great. All right, let's do it.
This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started bleeding This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends.
What is wrong with you?
Pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
We watch YouTube. We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation. What in the world? Yo, I literally, y'all saw it in real time. Wait, there's another one? Dude, stop it. No way. There's not. There cannot be another one. I refuse. I'm not even opening up my email anymore. If there's another one, I'm going to have to fight somebody. Okay, good. There's another. There's an email about something else. Yo, I don't know. I'm sorry. Those last two, you get it. You got the homework. You understood the assignment. Wow, those last two are fire. Yo, you sent 5 in total. Okay, yes, you sent 5. I saw number 6 in there. Like, wait, there's another one? Oh my gosh, the Lost Beats. Oh, wow. We're gonna call it the Double Cross by Love Trap Remix. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to put them in some kind of somewhere so we can like vote on which ones we like the most. Because I kind of know which ones I like in my head, but I do also want to hear what the community thinks. I'm gonna have to put them. Wow. I don't know, man. You know what? While I'm sitting here flabbergasted. Okay, 1, 2. They're listed weird on my computer. Oh, I could have renamed it. That's what I should have did. All right. I know the second and the third one, those were not necessarily my favorites, but that first one and the fifth and the fourth and fifth one, my guy, they're fighting for it right now, my guy. Okay, let's try this one here.
And it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. They're doing. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just because, and they'll continue doing it forever.
So I like this one. I think it's too campy now. We watch YouTube, understood the assignment. All right, this one I like it. It's just too campy now, considering the other two that we just heard. And yeah, so okay. Yeah, Yvette is kind of like me. I'm going to go with 4 and 5, but I'm trying to find somewhere to put them so we can all listen to them. And you probably need to put a watermark on them joints for somebody to grab a hold of them, and the next you know, you see 50 Cent singing them somewhere. Let me listen to this second one. I'm sorry, let me see this first, second, third, fourth one again. All right, because this one right here, I think, really took the cake. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
This is track number 4, by the way. New poll just dropped. New poll just dropped. See, Rod, I knew you would get. I knew we would get it. We would get it. I knew it. I knew we'd get it. All right. So that's track 4. So if you're doing your voting, the poll says which one, track 4, track 5. All right, and now let's play track 5. Here we go. Both of these get this. Both of these understand the assignment.
Goes on and on, my friends. Some people started bleeding out and bleeding just for love. Now they continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because. This is the trial that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started pleading out and pleading just for love, and they'll continue doing it forever just because.
I just love the fact that I literally sent you an email, and let me tell you, like, the email was not complex. You know, I'm over here trying to multitask, over here trying to be producer and editor and all that kind of jazz. And so I sent them a screenshot of the comment from McCarr, Texas Cali. And of course, those are the lyrics that were in there. And I said, someone posted these lyrics, and I thought you'd get a kick out of it. That was it. That's all I said. And somehow or another, We Watch YouTube took that little simple 12-word email and understood the assignment and did that. I don't know what to do with those. I'm trying to find somewhere to put them so they can. It's gonna be a remix. We're gonna call it something. It's gonna get the remix title for sure. That was excellent. Excellent job. We Watch YouTube. Okay, so I'm thinking in my mind. Oh, let me see the poll. Let me see the poll. Where'd the poll go? I don't know, Jason. Where's the poll? Oh, really? Okay. Most people are kind of like me. They're going 4 and 5. So 70% for 4. Okay, so now, all right. So let's do this then. Let's put the most popular. Pick your most popular song. No, I think no, never mind. I'm gonna leave it like this. 4 is probably gonna be the one that steals the show. Oh, can you mix 4 and 5 together? What, get 9? That's gonna be some slime right there. That's gonna be some slat. That's gonna get Rico on us. It's gonna have to be the Rico remix because we're gonna have to sell it to pay our lawyer fees. I don't know. That's a great question. I feel like both the 4 and 5 are similar, but they're different, and they seem different genres, if you will. So I wouldn't feel like they were even in competition with one another. But I like what you're saying there, Lauren, for sure. Now we done turned the show into doggone music critics. Now I'm a music critic. Well, what is going on here? Hey, real quick. Shout out to Georgia Jean. She said someone posted to Thugger Daily that the whistleblower reported a juror who was speaking about the trial outside the court, unsubstantiated. So I need to jump over to Thugger Daily. Shout out to Thugger Daily. And definitely everything's taken with a grain of salt. But that would make sense also as it relates to the fact that they ended this quickly, abruptly even. Okay, let me see if I can find this on the good old Thug. Okay, so real quick, let me pull this in so we can kind of work through this together. Man, but thank you so much, Gene, for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much for the support. All right, let's go. All right, so and here's Thugger Daily, and I'm reading it in my Jason voice. Some sort of juror issues. Audio was cut off for the explanation, so stand by for updates. But the judge has sent the jury home, and they are on recess for the next 3 hours back at 2 p.m. No more witnesses till tomorrow. So let's just hear real quick.
About witnesses you may have had to get done, and we'll pick back up tomorrow with the jury again. So sorry about witnesses you may have had here, but just have them in the morning instead. Okay. All right, we'll be in recess till 2.
Recess till 2. All right, let's look and see under here. And again, we got to take all this with a grain of salt because anybody can post anything under here. But how much money do you think the government is spending on this trial? No explanation on why the break is until 2. Right. 2 o'clock just seemed weird. Like, how'd you come up with 2 o'clock? Oh, why 2 o'clock? Are they going to release a juror and bring another one in when the case has 1,000 different issues? What point do you just throw in the towel? Great question. Oh, here goes. Somebody mentioned right here. Juror was discussing the case outside of the court and a whistleblower called in. Interesting. What happens to the defendant's rights for a speedy trial? I think that's a fantastic question. I don't even think anybody cares anymore. I don't think they've even considered that thought anymore. I mean, you've only been paying these people's peanuts for near a year now. I foresee a lot of juror issues in the near future. Yep, people starting to call it. Again, these are other folk are seeing it. She's getting as bad as Glanville. They need to do that nested hearsay since the state should have been ready. And again, I don't think the state was ready, in my opinion. They waited for the judge to give them some case law. They text back about it. Love has made herself a witness repeatedly, and we all know it. She should be booted. The judge should let Harvey do his motion at 2 p.m. and not give Miss Love any more time. Okay. I can dig that. All right, just scanning through here. It's just people adding their 2 cents about it, but I don't see anything particular about what happened. So the only thing is that whistleblower statement, which could very well be true. I mean, they're literally selling, propping up the sweatshirt. And prop up my girl dad t-shirt. What's up with that? Yeah, I mean, I'm with Waffle right here. Waffle said he was almost about to celebrate. They had done 2 witnesses in under 2 hours, clueless. And lo and behold, well, granted, the 2 witnesses necessarily weren't really barn burners, but it was, hey, they got 2 witnesses. Okay, yeah, I don't see anything else. All right, so we're gonna go back. I'm gonna keep looking. If I run across something, I will let you know. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm just scan through real quick, and I don't. All right, I do not see anything else. So I'm looking at Joseph Zapp real quick. He's Joseph Papp. Please forgive me. He's been a good resource as well. Let me bring him back on. Bring this back in right here. Okay, so Joseph Papp just says right here, another delay in the YSL Young Thug trial as Judge Whitaker announces a break until 2 p.m. and the jury being done for the day due to a juror issue. Okay, so that seems consistent. Quick reminder, there are 16 jurors left, 12 trial jurors and 4 alternate jurors. Okay. Okay, so he's not saying anything, and he works for the Atlanta Journal Constitution, very reputable resource as well. So, all right, yeah, I don't see anything else popping here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is all we have at the moment. It seems like something was going on with a juror, so Whitaker decided to just dismiss them for the day. Again, seems kind of odd because she didn't call them in, admonish them to not talk to anybody. Because apparently, if the juror was talking to people, that means that they violated the instructions that the judge gave them. So it does seem like there would be a contempt issue. And to continue tomorrow with the state's witnesses. Interesting. All right. So that is all that we know at this moment. I'm gonna jump back over and see if Sylvia maybe has something, but at the current moment, um, the Trap Beat 4 is winning, which is kind of crazy. That is amazing. Great job. We watch YouTube. And I apologize if I miss any conversations in here. Okay, I'm sorry, just looking. Yeah, I think it's a double-edged, quadruple-edged sword, if you will. I don't think the state had their homework ready. I don't think the state had their next witness ready. And I do believe that it's possible a juror was talking reckless. I think there's just a lot of things all converging in one place at the same time to conveniently give the state a a reprieve. All right, let me just jump over. I don't see anybody else talking about it. So I'm going to assume that I guess there's nothing else to say. I guess even the people that usually converse about it are not saying anything. So I'm going to say that there must be nothing to be said. How about that? All right, just doing a quick check. Yeah, nobody's talking about it. So, all right. That would be so funny. Oh my goodness. What did We Watch YouTube says? What if she declares a mistrial on the day that we made the song for the trial not ending, rolling on the floor laughing? You know what? That's fine. We can pass it. Then we can go ahead and pass it to Young Thug and have them go ahead and do a trap remix of it or a slimed out remix or something. A YSL exclusive. I got to find somewhere to put this so that we can so that people can hear it. I'm going to put it on because I really want people to vote and tell me what they think about it, not just hear it, but be able to comment on it. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. If that's okay, we watch YouTube. You know what? We watch YouTube. Tell me where you want me to put it. I can put it on my Buy Me a Coffee page, and then people can just kind of vote on it, hear it, and comment on each individual one. Do you want me to put it on my YouTube channel? As and again, all attributes will be given to you, of course. Just tell me what you want me to do. Shoot me an email real quick, and we'll work on that while everybody goes to lunch. What in the world is that? Oh wow. All right, cleaning through here, making sure everything's doing what it needs to do. All right. Oh, we watched YouTube. There was only 2 witnesses so far today. All right, I'm gonna put him. Perfect. Well, thank you, friend. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna put them on the Buy Me a Coffee as well as on YouTube. I'm gonna put them both so that people can hear them both. I want them to be able to hear them and be able to add commentary to them. So I'll put them on both places because there's a lot of people who don't actually like commenting in YouTube. So that's fine. But don't you be those people. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button. It's not gonna hurt you. Make its own video. Huh. And most certainly, unequivocally. That might be the actual if I make a video of it, that might be the imagery. Ah, actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. It's 8 a.m. lunch. That's crazy that you just got in here, and when you got in, Judge Whitaker is throwing the whole day, basically the whole morning away. That is so funny. Not in a good way funny either. Okay, I'm gonna put my 3 favorite, which is track 1, track 4, and track 5 in a um yeah, I'm gonna put those 3 out there for everybody to check and peep out. And then I'll put 2 and 3, though they're not my favorites. I'm gonna just put them over on the side. People can check them out as well. Okay, that's what I'll do. Love it. Love it. All right. All right. So what I can do, good people, because it's 12 o'clock on the dot. We got 2 hours. I'm not gonna hold you hostage for 2 hours. I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna start it back at 1:30. Give y'all a chance to go do your paid jobs, and I'm gonna go and get my lunch ready, and then be back here at 1:30 so we can make it happen. How's that? Give me a thumbs up or a fire emoji if that's cool. That's dope. 3, 4, 5 are my favorites. Really? Okay. Man, Ray, you can't be MIA, Ray. Ray, you can't go MIA. So apparently something happened with a juror. The rumor is a juror was talking outside of court about the trial. And so Judge Whitaker sent the jury home and sent them to recess basically at 11 o'clock. So they've been at recess since 11, and the attorneys are coming back at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna reset it for another one to start at 2 o'clock, but I'll probably jump on at like 1:30. And in the meantime, I'm gonna fix these videos for our Song That Never Ends trap remix. Everybody, thank y'all so much. I appreciate everybody for the gracious super chats. Thank you so much, Michaela. Thank you so much, Miss Mandy. Always appreciate you. Thank you very much, Georgia. Jen, thank you so much. And of course, thank you. We watch YouTube for that was a lot of fun. Thank you for the great songs that you dropped on us today. Thank you so much, M. Callie, Tex Callie. Thank you so much for the lyrics of that song. And I'm gonna be working on those in a moment. So until then, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.